What's going on, everyone? What is going on? We are back for the 30th. Yes, I cannot believe we're actually here, the 30th podcast of this series. And wow, it has been a long time coming. We've only missed a few weekends here and there just due to holidays and people getting
real life stuff.
Real life stuff, which it's totally understandable. But we are here today, and we are going to be starting off, of course, as always, with the Dokkan side of things. Then we'll be going into your questions. We'll then have a 5-minute quick break where we're able to transfer over into the Legends stuff. We'll go into the Legends topics, and then we'll go into those questions as we always do. Just as a quick reminder to everybody who's jumping in here right now, if you're watching us live, then make sure you hit that sub button to all of us. I'm, of course, joined by Goresh, Nolar, and we were originally supposed to be joined by Truth, but we're not exactly sure where he is. So maybe he's going to be making a video about this Inhumans Deeds category thing, which we'll definitely be talking about here in a very, very short while. But Nolar, Goresh, why don't you just go ahead and quickly say hi, and then we'll get into the topics.
What's going on, everyone? It's going to be an interesting discussion we're going to have for Global Dokkan, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Without even just waiting, let's just get straight into it. So let's start off with the global topics, and of course, the very first one is let's just skip what we had originally. We have like introducing episode numbers and all this stuff at the moment for Dokkan. Let's just skip straight to it. LR Nappa and Vegeta was literally just announced on the Twitter page. Goresh, I know you have a lot of stuff to say about this, man. Go.
Yeah, so what is it? 2 weeks until the anniversary. I think the anniversary officially starts on July 7th, and the banners are probably going to come out like the 9th or so of July. And they throw LR, Vegeta, and Nappa at us. I think we got the announcement literally like 15 minutes ago at this point over on Twitter. And they posted the super attacks, and then they also posted like the details of the unit. And I know what the unit does because of the JP version. So I go ahead and I'm like, okay, let's just make sure it's the same unit. So I go over and click on it, and the category, because obviously the category's name is going to be different depending on the translations that they want it to go with. The category is called Inhuman Deeds. Is that supposed to be like this? Is that first of all, that to me that doesn't even sound the same. Like it's not like there would be different units in there as compared to like the JP category.
Nope.
Like I don't.
I can't honestly stop laughing at that name. I was just setting up the stream and you're like, dude, check this out for like 2 seconds. I look at it, I'm like, what? Because
this is actually a problem. Like it's not like, oh, the translations aren't exactly accurate, whatever. It's subjective. No, because this is part of the problem with the categories, because what the heck is going to fit in there? Like someone looks at that name and they're like, oh, Inhuman Deeds, okay, this guy's going to fit in there, this guy's going to fit in there. If you see a category like Hybrid Saiyans or like Pure Saiyans, for the most part, who's going in there because they're Hybrid or Pure Saiyan. If you see the Majin Buu Saga category, who's going in there because one of the Majin Buu Saga is going in there. Same thing with like Planet Namek Saga. So those are categories where you look at the name and like which characters are going in those categories. You look at Inhuman Deeds, like who is going in there? How can you say with any degree of certainty, okay, yeah, this guy's going in there, or okay, yeah, this guy's going in there? You can't. It's impossible. So that's why I think these subjective categories are like a pretty big problem with the game right now. I mean, again, I look at the name of this category and I'm like, okay, like I have no clue who's going in there. I mean, obviously we know because of the JB version, but these names are just really stupid.
Nolar,
yeah. Other than the fact that it sounds so stupid.
Yeah, that's the main thing too. It just sounds stupid.
Yeah,
and it doesn't even have the same it doesn't have the same meaning as what the JP name is. Like it's like villainy, I guess, but it's not. Like diabolical villains was like, you're a villain and you're diabolical. This is just like Inhuman Deeds. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, the name itself just doesn't, like you said, come to mind who exactly is in the category. Like you said, Pure Saiyans, Hyper Saiyans, like Lineage of Evil, or at least that's for Legends, but
Wicked Bloodline.
Wicked Bloodline, like you kind of know, okay, yeah, those are the characters. This is where people will get kind of pissed because they're like, well, Inhuman Deeds. Well, isn't X character considered it because he did this or whatever? So, and they're going to leave people out, leave certain units out. It's a terrible translation, like a terrible translation. Didn't you just show you just showed us the French one, right?
Yeah, so this is what's really weird. So the French translation are actually pretty good. Now, I don't speak French, so I can't say this from like me just reading it and being like, okay, yeah, this means this. But from what I'm seeing people say on Twitter, like Kawhi, and I think I seriously also tweeted this out, like it literally just means like, hold on, let me pull it up. Like it's just like merciless and evil or something. Like that's literally what the French one is. So, okay, so the title, I mean, I can't read French, I can't like pronounce it correctly, but it's like Diabolique et sans mercy. Like that's a terrible. Again, I don't speak French, but diabolique, I assume, is the French equivalent of diabolic or diabolical. Diabolical is an English word. Why can't you just use the word diabolical in the category name for English then? That's my question. It's like, why would you? It's as if they have two teams. Like, obviously, they're going to have multiple people that are translating the English and the French separately, but they should at least like collaborate and be like, okay, well, if we're going to have two separate translations for two languages, we should at least make sure that they're somewhat consistent, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I know a little bit of French and diabolique et sans merci. That's kind of like diabolical, and without like merci usually means thanks, right? But you can kind of like see it like without mercy. So merciless and diabolical, I guess it would be the rough translation, and that sounds way better, and that gives you a better clue as who belongs in the category than in the human deeds. So I don't know, man. The category unto itself is like a big issue because we've been hampering on this the entire time. It's like they always feel like they have to release a new category just so that they can sell a card. But the thing is, like, I feel like we're not going to get a true Dokkan Fest leader for this, similar to how LR Baby was for artificial life forms, right? Like, he came out, he was artificial life forms. We didn't get a lead till like a year and a half or a year and change, right? So It could be a year till we see a true lead for this. And the thing about LR Nappa and Vegeta is that, like, they're a good card, but the team, them leading the team, isn't really that great, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I'm putting the emphasis on when we're going to get a Dokkan Fest lead for this card. We have no clue when that's happening, and so that kind of just hampers your enjoyment or your enthusiasm for the category. Yeah. Aside from the fact that it's a stupid name, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just think the naming has a lot to do with the fact that people are just like, okay, like this category issue has been blowing up a lot, like over the course of the past few months. And I think the naming of these categories is actually a big factor that goes into that, because I'm taking a look at the category right now in JP, and I'm just pulling a villain out of thin air. Like there's no cell in this category. Like there's no first form cell on here. So like when first form cell is literally stripping the entire town of its residents and absorbing every single person, is that not inhuman? Like I don't know.
I would have that as inhuman.
Yeah, so if you look at the title of the category and you're like, okay, well, I mean, this guy clearly isn't human, so like, why isn't he on here? That's why this is a problem. That's why a lot of people are upset about this, and that's still consistent with the diabolical villains, because that cell should be on the diabolical villains category, but he's not, and he's not on human deeds, which is the same. But it's just the naming implies that he should be on here. So I think, again, it's the naming has a lot to do with the issue.
I definitely 100% agree with you guys on everything, and it just goes back to how they refuse to either update these categories later on unless it's too late, or actually understand what the category is itself. I mean, it's just I just can't stop laughing at this. I really can't.
The other issue we got to bring up with it is that why are they dropping it now? Like with 2 weeks to go to the anniversary, are people really going to go in on this banner?
Anyone who goes in on this banner, it is 100% your fault. You are not getting any sympathy from anybody if you go in on this banner 2 weeks before the anniversary. Like, I'm sorry.
This is actually a point that I brought up in my video that I released today, talking about the anniversary and like leading up to it. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I've seen some people talk about the possibility that we get LR Vegeta Nappa prior to the anniversary. but I don't think it's going to happen because who would care? And that's still my mindset. It's like, who's going to care, right?
Yep. I mean, if they brought this out with a specific goal of, draining your stones before the anniversary, they have failed that mission horribly. Because
in two ways: the cooler thing, and now this.
Yeah, so it's like, are they purposely, trying to make you guys say, like, is that what they're doing? Is that their goal? If that's the case, sure. But, yeah, that just, I don't know, man. The move makes no sense unless it's like there's a Kai every multi, it's double rates. If there's like some incentive to drain your stones, then sure, I guess that makes some sense. But as it stands, like, I think if it's just your standard legendary banner, then this is an easy skip.
No, it 100% is. I mean, even honestly, even if they do a double rates banner, like, no, it's still not worth summoning on. I'm sorry, it's just not. So seriously, all global players, do not summon on this banner. It's gonna be a normal LR banner, which is generally trash. Don't summon on it. Just don't.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna pull up the banner. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up so we can just go over it real quick.
All right, go ahead.
I don't remember what's on that banner. That tells you how bad that was.
I remember going through the banner history and seeing that banner, and I didn't even talk about it in my video because I assumed people weren't even gonna care. Okay, so banner is 12 featured units. It's the LR Vegeta Nappa. It's Tech Raditz. There's the AGL Final Form Frieza. Physical Kaioken Goku from Namek, physical Saiyan Saga Vegeta, Tech Kaioken Goku, STR Great Ape Raditz, AGL Golden Frieza, the physical Spirit Bomb Tree of Might movie Goku, and the Int Turles, and then the Int Golden Frieza, and then the AGL Great Ape Vegeta. So like half the banner is just fodder.
Oh god, that banner makes me cringe.
Half the banner's fodder. The other half are good units, but they're not worth summoning on.
They've been out for so long. Most people probably have them already.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah. There's if you're like the biggest Nappa fan of all time, then I guess summon. There's no reason.
Jeez, there's absolutely. I mean, let's be honest here though. You're not gonna even if you are that one Nappa fan, and let's be honest, there's probably that one Nappa fan out there who does want to summon on this. Are you really gonna be able to find friends?
Well, you don't need friends unless you want to. Because are you really gonna care about the category?
No, but the only category that I remember that him being actually like pretty good on was under Cooler's category, wasn't it? Is it because he's on Conquest of Terrors?
Yeah, and Pure Saiyans, I guess.
I mean,
I guess Pure Saiyans.
To play devil's advocate, that card is super good for World Tournament, right? The downside is you want to bring it as a friend, and you're never going to find it because everyone's going to be running the LR Prime Battle Krillin and the regular Brolys. So if you manage to pull him, like I think Truth and I have discussed this before, we were just saying that he is the ultimate World Tournament kind of card because there's no counter, there's no tech unit that a lot of people are going to run to, be type disadvantage against, right? Everyone's running a STR Broly and type neutral against physical units. It's fine. So like, if you really value the World Tournament, then I guess you could summon on this. But again, if you're a free to play player or someone that doesn't spend too much regularly, the best bang for your buck is not legendary banners. It's always Dokkan Fest banners, and the best value Dokkan Fest banners are the 5th year anniversary banners. I'm making the assumption they don't change anything. That's the best value for your stones. So by all means, save. But again, if you're like really wanting a World Tournament card and you really like Nappa, Vegeta, sure, we're not going to stop you. But
I guarantee you there's going to be a World Tournament in this, I guess, countdown, whatever the celebration is. It's probably going to be the countdown to the anniversary celebration. I guarantee you there's going to be a World Tournament.
Yeah, it seems like there's going to be one right before, literally the weekend before the anniversary drops, right? Because
there was one. I think there was one for JP, right, before the anniversary.
Was there? I don't remember.
No, the only one I remember was the Christmas one, and I didn't do anything there. And then right after, I think was like Beerus, when Beerus dropped for us. That was like after 5th year, I want to say.
Yeah, Beerus was after 5th year for JP.
Yeah, I think there was a world tournament around that time.
Yes, there was. It was right after Beerus dropped.
So I don't think that we had one before or even during the 5th year.
I don't think they ever do one during it. They just do before or like right after. But I guarantee we haven't had one on global in forever.
Yeah.
My only guess is because aren't you guys actually caught up on all of the World Tournament rewards in terms of?
Now we are one behind because we don't have the Mecha Frieza.
Oh, he's whatever.
So yeah, so it could be that, or it could be a new unit, I guess.
Or it's flip flop again between
yeah,
JP and Global.
because there's a little bit of a weird situation going on with Global right now, because with World Tournaments, Global doesn't have, I believe it's the High School Gohan Awakening, and that High School Gohan Awakening came out with the Hellfighter 17, and we've had that on Global forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be like a little bit of a mismatch going on. So I think it'll be a new character.
I would expect it. I mean, they've never really been shy in giving Global, first time, their first time World Tournament reward cards. They haven't been shy about that for like the last year or two. So I could easily see the next World Tournament having, some Global first World Tournament card. So
yeah, hopefully something cool. Hopefully a support unit, not like they try to do with all these other cards that they aged instantly. The second they came out, they were already outdated.
I'll just say this: High School Gohan, the best World Tournament card. No competition.
Yeah, he's crazy.
There is no competition.
He's so good. Yeah.
If I can,
a support unit that has
him,
damage reduction.
Yeah, if I can take him into Extreme Super Battle Road, the hardest hitting event in the entire game, and he can tank no problem with no items, done. Absolutely done. Oh, and I can take him into the Legendary Goku event. Boom, he tanks UI Goku no problem. Just done.
I mean, it's 58% damage reduction, right?
Yes,
it
is 58% damage reduction, 58% attack and defense, and 30% attack and defense, and 2 key to super type allies.
With a medium chance of stun?
Yes, with a medium chance of stun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So. Yeah, I mean, 58% damage reduction is the same as Future Gohan, right? So, you see how he tanks with no defense up. Well, this guy gets defense up plus the passive for support, which applies to him too. Yeah, he's a really, really good card, man. Like, there's no argument coming from me about that.
Yep. So, all right, we done venting about Nappa and his terrible category name, and the fact that Global Dokkan cannot, for the sake of their lives, actually find good ways to get you guys to spend your stones before an anniversary.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But whatever.
I mean, just like Goresh said, if they just thrown Cooler into the banner, taking out Transforming Vegeta, that would have gotten people to get their stones. Anyway, let's move on. Here. All right. So, Int Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta EZA for Global. Goresh, have you finally had a chance to test him out?
Yeah, he's good. I think we talked a little bit about this last time, but he's good. He's really good alongside Vegeta Blue, the physical one. Yeah, he gives him defense, and that defense is going to let him tank better. Even though he didn't tank bad, it's just the normal attacks are literally going to do nothing now, and they were doing like 10k prior to. And then I guess the only thing to say about that is the Vegeta can stun, and you don't want Vegeta Blue going up against enemies who are stunned that often because you want the counters. So you probably want to put Vegeta Blue first and then him second, and then that rotation is pretty good because you can get the counters, you can super attack or whatever, and then Vegeta can just come in and stun them afterwards.
Yeah, I think it's no secret to anyone who's been playing JP for a while that Vegeta is super good, especially on Super Battle Road. I mean, he even does pretty well on even longer events because he he raises his attack and defense for 3 turns by 50%. So that's pretty good right there. That really is. So I was very impressed with him when he came out.
Yeah, there's so many good blue Vegeta cards now. I mean, we have like one for almost every single type. Maybe we do even have one for every single typing. AGL, we have Evolution Blue Vegeta. Tech, we have the Father Son Galacon. Int, we have this one we just talked about. Strength.
Strength
There's
is
a strength blue.
There's a strength one, but he's the bad one of.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not. That's like the one where we need an update. And then the physical one, we have the. We have a physical one. I mean, we do have the transforming one, but he's not technically blue, right?
He's not
No, well,
technically
there's
blue. No.
No, the
nuker.
Well, it's the nuker lead.
Yeah, but he's not good.
Yeah.
For Tech, we also have the awakened one that came with the Kage Blue Goku. He's good.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, there's so many. If you compare that to like Blue Goku is not in a similar spot.
I mean, the AGL one and technically the Kaioken STR one, like that's about it.
Well,
There is
the physical one, right?
Oh, the physical one,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then there's a standard strength one, the one that's better against multiple enemies.
He's not
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, he needs an EZA, but dude, is there an int one? There's got to be an int one.
An Int Blue Goku.
Int Blue Goku. Isn't that free to play SR one?
The SR one, man.
Yeah.
Come on, it's insane.
Best card in the game, right?
Yeah, and then Tech. There's a Tech Blue Goku, the nuker lead.
Oh, he's
No.
terrible.
I know, but I'm saying he's there, right? So I mean, there is representation for everyone.
I don't think there's actually an Int Blue Goku that's an SSR.
There isn't.
Well, I guess we just figured out the next typing whenever they would drop one.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
ROF Goku.
Yep.
Dokkan Fest. That'd be cool.
It's gonna happen. Okay, so then moving on from there, we have the 4.10 version coming, which is supposed to be introducing stickers and I believe skill orbs and everything.
Yeah, when's that dropping?
I believe it's tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
I think the
Yeah.
maintenance is scheduled for the 21st, and then that should introduce stickers and skill orbs, as well as some other stuff, I think. But what's weird is that they're pushing this out like 2 weeks prior to the anniversary. So are they gonna like start doing stuff with the skill orbs before the anniversary?
That's a good question.
It's kind of hard to say because they did it on JP, so.
How I don't know if you guys remember, how far in advance was the maintenance for this update for JP ahead of the anniversary? Was it like right before?
410. I think it was about a week and a half to almost 2 weeks before the anniversary, if I remember.
Okay, so
correctly.
it's the same as global then.
It's the same. So because remember we saw all of the data mines and everything. We saw like the pictures of what the skill orbs looked like and everything, but we didn't actually see it in the news / the actual stage until like a couple days before the anniversary. So
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like about the same timing wise. So
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it
yeah, I
should- it
guess
should be the
that's going to be similar. The only thing I will say for the anniversary for global, so the only thing that's in limbo, I guess, is what people are saying these days for global is the Extreme Speed Battle Road, because that came out during Saiyan Day, right? For JP.
for us. Yep.
And the reason why they held that out, I think the only thing I can think of is the reason that there weren't skill orbs for global at the time. And now that we're getting skill orbs, I assume they're just going to push that out during the anniversary, because like I don't know when else they would push that out. I don't think they would wait longer. It's already been 3 months, so I don't know.
I could see that happening like maybe second half of the anniversary. Like first half is obviously the big Dokkan Fest banners and everything, and then I could see second half doing Extreme Super Battle Road.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense because part 3 for
Very
us
bad.
was just
Yeah.
was just lackluster, right? So if you
Yeah.
wanted to hype something up, and I think what made it worse was that V Jump like showed Extreme Super Battle Road.
Yeah,
and
that was
like
weird.
yeah, and it was right around between part 2 and 3, or like right at the end of part 2, and we're like, oh, okay, great, we're gonna get this for part 3, and then we didn't get it. So like
Yeah.
they like inadvertently set an expectation for us to get that new content, and we never got it, and we're like, what the hell happened? And then all we got was the EZA for the LR, and we're just like, oh, this is part 3, like this can't be it.
I think part 3 was the LR EZA, and then there was like one more Infinite Dragon Ball History stage or something for the Trunks arc.
Yeah, the future Trunks arc. Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
forget your 55th ticket.
yeah.
Hey, how do we get those again? Can you tell us?
Yeah, Talon, can you remind us again?
That's gonna be so much fun. Goresh, expect me to be just pushing this all onto you with the global players. I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
Well, at the very least, it's translated and they can read it.
Yeah,
Unless they can't read, right? So
You're still gonna get
mean-
people asking about it, though.
well,
You're still gonna get.
I know. But at least with the JP players who don't read Japanese, they've got a crutch where it's like, I can't read it, so tell me what to do. And well, Goresh can be like, just read it, you idiots.
Well, what if there's Japanese players who play global?
Aren't there a few
Okay,
of
but
them who actually do that?
there are Japanese players that play global, right?
Yeah, there's a few, I guess.
No, I know for sure because wasn't it like on a chart list that explained how many players came from what country, and there's like a handful of people in Japan that play the global side?
Yeah, there are, but it's like they're not.
Yeah, I know,
like,
but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
They'll be tweeting at Goresh in Japanese like, "Hey, how do I get the?"
I'm gonna
50
turn them on to
ticket?"
talent if that happens.
Oh God. Dude, I already get all the mission questions in Japanese. I don't need the tickets back again.
Yeah, I never got into that missions thing. Too much for me.
You got lucky. You got lucky.
You did. Okay. Moving on. We already passed. So we already talked about LR Nappa and everything. EZA Trunks coming? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Yeah. So I think this is related to the Team Dokkan post because Team Dokkan has a site now, and he's been posting some news. And this is where we found out that LR Nappa and Vegeta were coming earlier than the announcement came out. So he put there that the EZA for Spirits World Trunks is also coming. So you know what that means? That is the last EZA for global before we start getting into the 120%. So we're literally caught up with JP minus the few, like, I guess, side EZAs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that we're like pretty much all the way caught up when I think a year ago from now, we were like 7 EZAs behind JP.
Sounds
They've been
about
like
right.
rapid firing these out like really quick.
Which is good. I mean, I know a lot of people always want to, use those EZAs and make those characters that are kind of average to not very good to being pretty good.
No, yeah, I'm just saying the pacing it's very quick, which is good. I actually like that pacing is good. That pacing is quick for this because all it means is more stones, better units, right? And more stuff to do. So my only question now is going to be: are they going to slow down now that we're sort of caught up with JP? Like, when is like so? JP is probably going to get the first 120% EZA during whatever the next
Tanabata.
celebration is. Yeah, Tanabata.
Tanabata.
Or else what are they going to do? Like, I don't know, because I personally would rather them focus on other units that aren't the 120% leaders, but
Yeah,
they're
same.
going to do that, right? We know that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping. So last year during this Tanabata banner was when we got we got the Broly EZA, the physical one, if I remember correctly, and then we also had the campaign for those 6 EZA units. I really hope they do that again. That would be really cool. I really hope they do that again. Like this is their chance to be like, okay, look, we're not going to make a big deal, obviously. Fine, we're going to do the 120 because it allows them to do their little EZA banners and everything. But then on the side, we're going to be giving love to some of these really, these much older units and everything. For example, I could easily see first off the Tech Mass San, getting an EZA for maybe the Tanabata, because technically he's not a Dokkan Fest exclusive, but he has his own Dokkan Fest event. So maybe they'll make that, the first one like that, where he will actually be featured on a banner like that. And then they can include other Dokkan Fest units that are the quote unquote weakness to it. And then, they'll do 5 other EZA units through some kind of Twitter campaign where we get EZAs for, whatever other units they could be that are not obviously Dokkan Fest. I think that'd be cool.
What's interesting about Mass Saiyan is that all of these Super Saiyan Bardock awakenings are all tied to that.
Yeah, I know, and that's another reason, because we know they're not going to do those right away as Mass Saiyan gets his EZA. So it's like, get it done now, and then whenever you bring them back. So what? Usually it's like 3 or 4 months, give or take. Usually.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep, sounds about right.
Then they can be like, okay, by the way, physical Super Saiyan Bardock, Tech Super Saiyan Bardock, and then I guess there's an int one from the World Tournament. I don't know if they'd actually EZA him, but hey, if they do, great. If not, at least 2 others get the EZAs. So.
Yeah. So I don't know if they would do this for Tanabata because it's probably not hype enough. maybe. But what I would want to see is Dokkan Fest Captain Ginyu, and then they EZA area all the Ginyu Force free-to-play units.
I'd be down for that.
Yep. That'd be
Because
good.
there was once upon a time where that Ginyu Force team could pretty much clear like every event.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like you really got to squeeze out every item for them to clear that because they just don't cut it anymore. But once upon a time they were really good, and now it's like not the case anymore. So they're one of the cases where they actually need EZAs. Like we don't need Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta or Cooler to get EZA'd yet.
Oh god,
I would
Physical
much rather
Cooler
see-
is going to be the best EZA when he gets it.
Yeah, I would much rather see units that actually need a boost to get their
Yeah.
EZAs before
The
something like
120s.
Cooler or Vegeta. Obviously, those 120s are going to get more hype just based off of the fact that they're Dokkan Fest exclusives and they're 120 leads, and this is like the new era of EZAs. But again, I just think it's smarter to help people who don't have access to like a lot of those Dokkan Festival units to just make them, have more options. Maybe they pulled like Sin Shenron, physical Sin Shenron, and it's like, okay, well, thanks. I can't even use this guy because he sucks.
Yep.
So I'd rather them EZA units like that right now.
In fact, Physical Shenron, they should definitely EZA him. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh god.
Well, just a quick point about it. It's just like my first question was, did they ever EZA a World Tournament unit?
No,
I don't think they have, right?
No,
I don't believe so.
So to answer your into Bardock one, the Super Saiyan Bardock, he's probably not gonna get
It
one.
wouldn't happen. No, I just stated it as that. You never know, but I doubt it would happen. So.
And then, the reason why Dokkan Fest banners like units get the EZAs first is because then they can sell you the Dokkan Fest unit.
Exactly. Yeah, it allows them to get
in a
their banner
banner.
out, and technically maybe a little bit of money made from it. So. Yeah.
So that's why it's like, even though the 120s, yes, they will eventually get EZAs, and some of them need it more than others. Super Saiyan 3 Broly. They won't give us the like non-Dokkan Fest ones first. They're going to always try to push and sell the other units, while the other units like desperately need it, like the Ginyu Force. I actually thought the Bardock, the squad, like they kind of needed it too. I mean, I assumed that that's what they were going to do, but of course we were disappointed by the same day celebration. But yeah,
it's weird that they did the skill orbs for them without even EZAing them, right? Isn't that a little bit weird?
Oh yeah,
that is a little weird.
It was, yeah. I did not expect that, to be honest.
And going back to the 120s for a second, you know what's funny? I think that Super Saiyan 3 Broly, I think he hit top grossing on JP.
Did we?
I don't remember.
I think so.
I don't remember. I just remember pulling one copy and getting out because I just realized how trash he was. So
I'm pretty sure he hit top grossing. He was, because Broly is so popular over there. It's like crazy.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, Broly's pretty popular over here.
So what I would want to see them do is just EZA Broly and then just stop with the 120s. Like go back at some later date and then start EZAing units that need it. Because Broly really needs it.
Yeah, he does. I mean, yeah, only taking 130k per normal hit on Super Battle Road. Yeah, that's totally reasonable, right?
Well, was that Extreme Super Battle Road or the regular Super Battle Road?
Extreme Super Battle Road.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So, I mean, the Trunks. At least just to give you a quick opinion on the Trunks. He's a really good EZA, and if you link him, I think I did a video where I basically got him a full, I think 23 orbs of straight up int orbs for him, and he just damaged. The only thing is when you get later on in the events, his tanking ability isn't great. And I'm talking like Legendary Goku event against MUI. Last stages, he eats a super for like 270k, which is still decent because some other units will get hit for 300 plus. So it's not that bad, but it's not like, oh, he'll only get hit for like 150. People were thinking like he's gonna be that good defensively. He's really not, but offensively, he's just a beast. He hits real hard, especially
he's very good. Yeah,
especially when you link him up with the Kid Gohan, the awakened one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He that boosts him up so much.
Yep. So Anything else with global? I think that's kind of it for the week, right?
Nope. Just I'll reiterate real quick. If you summon on the Vegeta or the Nappa Vegeta banner, it is all your fault, and expect backlash against you from everybody in the community. Just saying. Even you,
All
Goresh.
your fault.
Even you, Goresh. If you go in,
I mean, I gotta at least get one, right?
watch. This is gonna
Yeah,
take
but-
like 2,000 stones for him to get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
if
that.
Okay, so my plan is gonna be, if it takes me like an absurd, like if it's like 1,500 stones plus to get one, I'm done. If I get one in like 200 stones, I'm gonna go a little further.
Okay, well,
All right.
as
your funeral.
as what Talon told me, yeah, your funeral. So just saying, if you, yeah.
Alrighty, so
All right, JP?
Yep, we're moving on to JP Dokkan now. So again, we're same people here because Truth is not here yet. I don't know where he is.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I thought he said he was gonna be here a little late.
everyone go bombard Truth on Twitter or something. I don't know. Anyway, so first up for JP Dokkan is the ECAs for the Physical Kale and the AGL Caulifla. How good are they? How do you rate them? What teams are they best suited for? So Nolar, let's go ahead and start with you, man. I'm assuming you gotten them both all completely EZA'd, SA15, Rainbow,
Yep.
obviously. What are your thoughts so far?
So the thing about Kale is that 60% damage reduction is good. It's very good. It's just it's only for the first six turns, and then after that, you need to get 6 physical orbs to maintain the 60% damage reduction.
Right.
She has no inherent defense to begin with, so after 6 turns, it gets very hard unless you have an orb changer that can give you consistently 6 physical orbs, which the only real one I thought I've used was Kefla, and that even onto itself wasn't as consistent as I was hoping it would be. So obviously she's really good for Super Battle Road. And as long as you have a Caulifla attacking in the same turn, does she get damage? She gets damage reduction, but what else does she get for that? I keep forgetting. Let me look it up real quick.
Oh, you mean what does she get by having Caulifla on rotation with her?
Yeah.
Wasn't she? I know Caulifla, if she has Kale, is super effective against everybody.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So let me sidetrack.
She doesn't get anything with Caulifla.
Oh,
It's the other way
doesn't?
Oh, she
around.
doesn't get anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Caulifla, yeah. So go just to wrap up my thoughts. So Kale's good on Super Battle Road. On the longer events, it's really hard to take her, in my opinion. It's because she doesn't have orb changing or something inherently in her kit, so it's really hard to get that 6 extra physical orbs to make sure she gets the damage reduction after 6 turns. So I'd say it's good, but not as good as Caulifla, because Caulifla getting like attack effective against all types is great because she's tanky, right? Especially after she supers, because she gets that extra 60% for 3 turns.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Caulifla is the better card that got EZA'd compared to Kale, and super effective against all types is awesome, right? Like
Yep.
that.
Mhm.
Aside from a crit, that's more damage you can do against everything. The dodging and the countering, even though it's still the same, like high chance to dodge and medium chance to counter, super attack, it's still really good. So Caulifla was the better EZA over Kale. Not saying Kale's terrible, but she's more suited for the shorter stuff.
Right. I would definitely agree with that.
With her 60% damage reduction in like Extreme Super Battle Road, how well does she tank?
She did okay.
Yeah,
with,
it wasn't
with
like
no
amazing.
Items, with no items,
Yeah.
she did okay. If you
Yeah, it's
obviously
more
throw
like-
a Weasant on there, she does just fine.
Yeah, without an item, it's like 20, 30K on a normal-ish, or somewhere around there, and that's okay to deal with, but not like amazing. It's not like you're taking sub 10K, right? So
Yeah.
She's
guess-
okay in that regard.
I guess that's sort of the weakness of not having defense, right? It's just you're solely relying on the damage reduction.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I thought is weird that she didn't get any defensive boost at all. Like even in her kit, right? She doesn't. On super attack, it's just greatly lowered the enemy defense. She's not raising her own. Like,
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's just damage reduction, which damage reduction is fine. 60% is good, but when you get no defense at all, those harder events still hit decently enough where you're like, you start wincing a little bit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the physical Kale. Very strong, obviously. The damage reduction is very nice for those first few rounds of Super Bad Road. You know, just got obviously still be careful. Still want to bring items, obviously. But I do feel that AGL Caulifla got the better EZA overall in terms of being more usable on more than just simply one event. As always, with Extreme Super Battle Road here, be careful with the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. If you guys saw my tweet where I did very first turn, no items. She was on a 120 lead team, and she'd gotten her super attack off. She still took a ton of damage, and funny enough, she didn't dodge at all. But you know, that's all RNG stuff right there. It was not fun, but she's still very good though. Like even on the longer events, I mean, 60% defense for 3 turns. That's very nice. That is definitely really nice right there. You know, even if she doesn't have a Kale on rotation with her, you know, she's still doing some decent damage. She's dodging, she's countering when she can. And then on top of that, if you happen to run her on something like the, you know, Universal Survival Saga team, you're probably going to bring, you know, like maybe the Int Super Saiyan 2 Kale or maybe the SCR Kale or something like that. You throw them on the same rotation. Yeah, she's going to be hitting pretty good. So I was definitely very impressed with the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla.
No, I agree with that 100%.
Alrighty, so then going off of their EZAs though was the LR UI Goku that literally just dropped, and I know both Nolar and Truth are having fun getting 15 copies, or Nolar's done now, but Truth is potentially still going for it. Yeah, how you guys enjoying the LR UI Goku? And the question we have here is, how does he fit on the JP version?
Okay, so I've only really tested him on Super Battle Road because I feel like that's his strength in the shorter events. Oh, well, I did one test on like a Infinite Dragon Ball History event, and he did fine. So like, of course, I'm a JP main. I played global before, but I don't have a global account to play with, so I never really got to my hands on him until now. So he's very good. Like on a shorter event like Super Battle Road, he's the king. Like there's just no way if and answer or buts about it. It's just he's very good in that mode. On the longer stuff, he's actually better than I thought because his defense is still pretty decent. Like, you know, we're talking about 170, 180k on like a U7 team. And so if he doesn't dodge, like after 7 turns, it's 50%. He gets hit. He's still tanking fairly well. Of course, you don't want to eat a super, but you know, who wants to eat a super? So on the longer events, he was more impressive than I thought. I still would say if you're going to compare the two, everyone does. The Blue Fusions, they output more damage on the longer events, so they can clean it up a lot faster. But UI Goku can hold his own for sure on the longer events. And of course, on the shorter events, he's the king there, like I just said. So I wouldn't say he's the best. Like, the thing is, I never declare a unit the best unit in the game because there's just so many facets of the game you have to be the best at. You can't be best at everything, right? You're either really good on the short events and pretty decent on the long, or vice versa, right? You can't. If you had that, then we would have an SGR Gogeta apocalypse all over again, right? So,
oh, you don't want that? You don't want that back again?
Yeah, no, please no. But anyways, yeah. So he's really good. I think on the JP side, really, I just got to pair him with Kefla. I guess, you know, just a couple of units that he on JP, of course, global doesn't have just yet. So they're fine together. I ran a team of just all Dodgers. Yeah, relying on RNG is never fun, man. Never fun. So. And I'm done at 7 copies. I'm out. I'm not. No one's gonna goad me into trying to pull for 15. Goresh trying to go Truth. All right.
Yeah, we had to do that.
Yeah. Oh my god. What is Truth on right now? Is he's like 7 copies, 6 copies?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't think he told me.
Well, if he was in here, we could ask him, but
all I know is you guys had way better luck than I did on that bet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I think I I recorded my like last couple of summons or when I got the copies, but I've been having mic issues, so all the audio's been garbled. And then when I'm trying to fix it and salvage it, it's just not working. So I just scrapped it because I can't. It's going to take too much work to get it. I think overall to get to the Rainbow of the LR was about 4,500, and then just another 1K on top of that to get the extra 2 copies.
That's insane.
And I pulled a ton of LRs. Like on average, I was pulling an LR every 200 or 250 stones. That's a lot better than the average, which is like 350, maybe 400. You'll get an LR if you like do enough, pulls. So I got super lucky on a bunch, but of course some of those LRs I have no use for. But just the fact that I'm pulling them, that just demonstrates like, yeah, I had a lot of luck. For sure.
Yeah. I wasn't so lucky.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah. Well, I guess it balances out because I ate a lot of crap for Legends for getting Super Blue. So
yeah, but Legends is
you're
yeah. The thing is, though, I mean, I don't want to get too sidetracked with Legends, but like, I spent a lot less on the entire anniversary of Legends than I did going for whatever for Dokkan.
Yeah, so same with me.
Yeah.
I spent more on UI Goku banner than the entirety of Legends Anniversary because it's so much more expensive in Dokkan.
Yeah.
That it is. Alrighty.
Anyway.
So then the last two topics we have to cover in terms of JP Dokkan before we go on to the questions for both Global and JP is top grossing. Did it take too long to get there? Effect of the COVID, the virus going on, and then you're asking me about the prevalence of iPhones versus Android phones over here in Japan.
All right, so let me preface it, give you the context of what I'm trying to say here.
Okay.
So everyone, how long did it take us to get top grossing? It was like a day and a half.
About a day and a half, I think, for for UI Goku, for this UI Goku, I thought it was less than a day, but it was over the weekend, so we didn't get the rewards until the Monday. But regardless, at least I think so. I'm not sure.
I think it took a few days. I think it's like 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So the reason is people are saying like, oh my god, this is UI Goku. Like every Japanese player base loves UI Goku. Why didn't we get UI top grossing within the first like hour of the banner release?
The reason is because it was global first. That's it.
Right. And then the other issues was like, how close do we get on Android? Because this top grossing was for iOS, right? How close do we get on Android?
I think it was like 4th or so on Android.
Okay. So the question I was having, and this is that last bit for the topic, was how prevalent is iPhones in the Japanese player base compared to Androids? Because I feel like a lot more people play on iPhones over there than Androids. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
based on just everyone I see on the trains going to work, walking around my own neighborhood and everything, most people have iPhones, I would say. I mean, it's definitely, I mean, even most of my students have iPhones. I mean, like in between breaks between the classes I teach, I'll walk into a classroom and I will probably see like 80 to 90% iPhones in each of those classes. So yeah, I would definitely say iPhones is more
so
a regular thing over here.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up is that we regularly hit top grossing on iOS, right? First.
Right.
And if we do manage to get to Android, it's always going to lag behind. And that's probably because the prevalence of Android users is not as big as iPhone users. That's a safe assumption, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that, and compounding what Goresh said, is this was a global first. It took 2 days for the iOS users to get to 2 to 3 days to get iOS users to top grossing. Then you can make the safe assumption that it would probably not happen on Android. So we wouldn't get that extra like 50 or 100 stones that they would have given us for hitting both stores. So people are now saying like this is a sign that Dokkan's dying.
No.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying like this is the conversation that's happening.
Yeah, I see it all the time. Yeah, if this unit was just randomly surprise shown off at 4 a.m. one day, and he was not a global first. And one day they just tweeted out the super tax, and it was LR and UI Goku. You bet your ass that would get top grossing at both stores in like an hour.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, yeah, like I agree with you that it maybe because it's a global first and there wasn't as much enthusiasm about it. So that's probably why. But we still hit top grossing. I mean, we still got there. So I don't see how that's an indication that the game's dying. Like
Even
what?
Tech LR Broly didn't get both stores on JP.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and Broly is a big deal, right? So
It was like a top 3 unit or character in popularity, I think, in Japan. It's like actually stupid.
yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that was the whole point about top grossing. I mean, we did hit it. It took a little bit to get there. Goresh says it's because of the global first exclusivity. I would like to also compound that with maybe COVID has an effect. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe there's something there. I just don't know. You can't really tell.
The only argument I have against that is that it wouldn't every game be affected by that then? Like it wouldn't just be Dokkan, right?
That's true.
Yeah, I think it mostly depends. Just it's probably mostly just person to person. I wouldn't chalk it up to because of the pandemic that's going on right now. That that's the main reason and everything. It just that mostly goes from person to person most likely. So
Got it. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on top grossing.
all right, Gresh, anything else you want to say on it, or you kind of say your piece already?
No, I think people who say Dokkan is dying just don't understand the big picture. So
Yeah.
It's not dying.
All right, and then the final thing to talk about before we get into our questions is the V jump that was shown. A little different this year. It showed off the Year 5 fusions, which we all knew generally the anniversary celebration LRs come back for the Tanabata banner. We get the Purunga wishes, which we've gotten the last couple of years as well, and we are getting the wish strips. But we did not see the Dokkan Fest exclusive card that generally comes out a week before the Tanabata banner starts. And for clarification, guys, usually that Dokkan Fest banner, which is a typical normal 7 featured unit banner, is for the first, it's on its own banner from the 1st of July, and then on the 7th is when the Tanabata banner will drop, which will have the Dokkan Fest exclusive new card for July. It'll have the Fusion LRs, and then it will have like 50,000 more featured Dokkan Fest units. Exaggerating a little bit there on the 50,000, but you get the idea. And that's what the banner is. So we did not see that Dokkan Fest exclusive unit though, which generally they show us. Thoughts on that?
They must be hiding something because the last couple of years, the first Tanabata, they showed off full power Super Saiyan for Goku, right?
Goku, yeah.
And then last year, was the LR Gobros in the V jump?
It was.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time we haven't seen what they're bringing us, right? So
Right. Mm-hmm.
I honestly think they're hiding something. And it's got to be big if they're hiding it, right? Because full power Super Saiyan for Goku is it is a hype unit. So they showed it off for V Jump. The fact they're not doing it here, it's kind of like something's up.
I agree with that.
Yeah, the other thing I'll say about that is like, would they have not shown the LR Gohan and Goten if it wasn't a global first? Because I feel like people already knew about it and they didn't really care that it was going to be in V Jump, right?
That's true. Yeah, yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be literally anything.
It could literally be anything. Yeah.
Like, are they going to keep going down the Boo saga, or are they going to do some stuff from GT? We haven't seen anything from GT in a long time. Like, I don't know.
Since year 4. Okay, I guess here's a secondary question. What's the most left field thing they could drop that would be very hype?
That could be very hype.
Very hype.
Oof.
Heroes.
Yeah,
that's
Heroes.
what I was thinking. That too. I was literally
Heroes,
thinking the same thing.
I don't think it's going to be Heroes though, because I think they're saving something really big for later in the year.
Yeah,
because that's the 10th anniversary of Heroes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the 10th anniversary comes out in November.
Yeah, November. Yeah.
Yeah, November. So, I expect to be seeing those posters all over the place over here in Tokyo. So, yeah, I don't think Heroes would be the thing, but I definitely agree that it would be the most left field hype thing that you could see probably.
So if it's not heroes, what else could they potentially drop that's something we didn't even think was coming, but hype enough to like get us to top grossing again, for example?
Maybe like a transforming Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku into Super Saiyan 4.
I could see something like that, yeah.
Yeah, actually, that would be very, very hype. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, or like I guess like so many people are saying Evolution Vegeta, but I don't know. The question I have is this going to be an LR?
That is a good question but last year was the LR Go Bros. The year before that was just a regular TUR.
Yep.
So if you're looking by trends, they set the precedent last year with an LR. They could drop one now for Tanabata, and that wouldn't surprise me. And that would also mean the banner would have what's the Dokkan Fest LR banner
10.
usually have? 10?
10.
Yeah.
So 10 featured units, and then you have the Tanabata banner the week after, which has like 30 featured units.
Yeah,
That
add
would
an
be
extra
rough.
0 on there, and that's right.
Yeah, well. I mean, I think a Janemba would be pretty hype. I mean, but that's just me. Like a transforming fat Janemba to
Yeah,
regular Janemba.
I just can't see a villain, honestly. Like I would like that, but it's based off of what they've done. I just can't see a villain for Tanabata.
Yeah, same. Because in the end, the good guy Sans always get the more hype stuff. So
This is true. So we got Elo Go Bros last year for Tanabata. When did they return back on JP? Was it
Bardock, right?
it was Bardock.
Bardock?
Yeah, almost a year.
Just 6? Was that a year?
Almost,
No.
almost a year. Almost a year because the Tanabata is July and Bardock was March.
That's
So
8
it was like
months.
10 months.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I honestly think it will be an LR in that case because their cadence is this, right? Their cadence is February or for 5th year or the anniversary. Then they come back for Tanabata. That's about 6 months, right? And then potentially, if they follow the same trend from last year, they drop LR Go Bros for Tanabata. Then 9 months later, so Saiyan Day, they'll bring back. So yeah, it's got to probably be a Saiyan LR in that case. if we're going by that. So why else would they put it on the?
We got a few options of those, so
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we definitely
It's not
do.
It's not like we're gonna run
my
out.
prediction is it's going to be a Saiyan this year. Oh, you don't say.
Good point.
I mean, it
Good
could be
point.
Vegito. Like, if they want to go down the Boo saga, like, so my theory for the download celebration this year is it's going to be like some type of Kid Boo against Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So if they want to, like, because we had Gotenks and Boo, and then we're sort of past that, it could be an Ultimate Gohan. Honestly, I could see that.
I can see an
LR.
Ultimate Gohan. I can see
Yeah,
that.
I can see that too. Yeah.
That actually might be what I go with. I think my prediction is going to be LR Ultimate Gohan for Tanabata.
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds about right, actually.
And then that could lead into whatever's next for the Boo saga.
I could see that. Yeah, definitely. Especially if they decide to do more of a Kid Boo, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or Vegito Boo thing for 350 million download celebration because of what they did with like Gohan and Cell last year, because it was both global and JP celebrations. So I could definitely see something like that.
How would they do Ultimate Gohan? How would you propose they?
So the way that I want this to be is they do. I've talked about this before. I want them to do a Goku Angel and Gohan Teen base form exchange unit, where it's them two as the base card, and then there's a transformation, or I guess an exchange active skill, where it's Goku throwing like the Kachin at Gohan, and he breaks the sword. The Kai comes out, does the ritual, and he becomes Ultimate, and that's the exchange.
Be down for that. Be kind of cool.
Okay.
It would take a lot. That would be like a lot for one animation, but like they would have to like shorten it or whatever. But I think that would be really cool. People would like that.
Okay, I can see that. I'd be down for it. That's for sure. But
Just as long as they actually make him good.
Yeah, like give him prepare for battle, please.
Yeah, or give
Shocking
him like
feat.
Ki +5 in his passive or something.
They're gonna have to give him Ki in his passive because I don't think any Ultimate Gohan has ever gotten prepared for battle. So
It's like if they come out with the LR Kid Boo, give him like Ki plus 11 in his passive, and that's good.
I mean, I guess that you could make him in his pre-transform state a support unit, or
Yeah.
like have a support passive, and then when he transforms, just give him +5 Ki to himself. You know, I guess that's the way you could run it. But I was so okay. Since we didn't get the leaks from VJump, then when would we when would the news come out?
So
For what the Dokkan Fest unit is.
the 1st of July is not this upcoming week, but the following week. It's on a Wednesday, Japan time.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe at the very, very earliest, the 27th, which is next Saturday, which is next week on Saturday. But somewhere between the weekend, maybe at the very earliest, I would say, if we get some kind of Twitter reveal or something.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, because Go On and Go thing came out on JP on the 1st of July last year.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I could see it maybe coming out, like the 28th or 29th, the preview for it. I could see that.
Yeah.
Maybe the 30th even. I don't know. So like a little bit over, like a week and a half from now. Yeah, that sounds right.
Alrighty.
All right. So yeah, I think we'll have to, within the next week, I would say maybe we'll start to see some kind of clue to the next Dokkan Fest, but we'll have to wait and see. So alrighty. So now we're gonna go into our questions. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the super chat questions first before we go into the Twitter questions?
Yep,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go for it.
All right, so the first one says from Andy Hoover, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Do you think Nappa and Vegeta will have sales?
Yes, because I think it's going to be a new celebration.
Yeah, that's true. But it'll be the standard like 3.
It'll be Dokkan sale, so it'll be 3
Yeah.
times only, 2 times only, 1 time only.
Yeah.
That's it. Have fun.
Okay.
Give us money.
Give us money. All right. The next Dokkan question is: do you think they are trying to catch up global? From Charles Johnson, again for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for the support, man.
Definitely feels like it, but
Feels like it, but I don't
from
think they're going
experience, this has happened like 7 times where we've all been like, oh my god, they're catching it up, and then it never happens. So
Yep.
Don't be fooled. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, the
definitely say
problem is when you guys catch up, it's like they don't know how to pace stuff out properly. So like they rush everything, and then we always think they're gonna catch up, and then they don't. So now we've expected to know that like, okay, they will never be on the same page. We'll be at best like a couple 2-3 months behind, and that's it. And then you're gonna fall behind. At some point, you're just gonna have a ton of dry periods, which is stupid because it's like you guys can pace this shit out, right? Like you can, but they just don't do it. So.
Yep, definitely. I think it's just like we've been saying this for a long time now, where certain things will catch up. Some of the EZAs, the LRs, the World Tournament cards, because again, we've seen that especially in the World Tournament where they're not afraid to do global first World Tournament cards. But in terms of, will you ever see something where the anniversary is ahead of itself or anything like that? No, I never expect that to happen. And again, that's where you see some of their bad pacing when it comes to, oh, well, we can't push this up, so what do we do? And there's this huge dry period. So.
Yep, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Alrighty. In terms of super chat questions, that is it. There are a couple of Legends ones, but we can't. We'll talk about that later. So
yeah,
go over to some Twitter questions then.
I got one from AC Gaming. What is the best multi you guys have ever had in either Dokkan or Legends?
That's tough. I don't even remember all my multis, but I have 2 that come to mind. In Legends, I pulled Super Vegeta in back-to-back slots in a multi and during the 1st anniversary.
Damn.
So that's probably my Legends one. Then Dokkan, I think it's probably the LR Androids banner when I pulled 2 in the first multi.
Damn.
Yeah. That's pretty lucky.
I know what Nolar's is, but go ahead, Nolar. I go ahead and say yours.
Well, okay. The most recent one, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I had when I'm summoning on the UI banner, I pulled the first summon was LR Rose, and then a couple down the line was the UI Goku, and then the very last one was another LR Rose, and that happened on no animation. Like there was no LR animation at all. It was like a Super Saiyan God animation. I think that's what it was. So I was expecting trash the entire time.
Was it just Chaozu? That's the secret best animation, by the way.
Well, now you guys know. So the secret's out of the bag. There's that, but of course, my collab with Talon, I pulled 3 Go Tankses in that one multi.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, I remember that. I remember that video.
I just remember you're like, okay, you're lying. Like when the first one, I just remember when the first one showed up, you're like, oh, sweet. And I said like the second one, you're like, awesome. And then I said it again, and you're like, no, you're lying. You're lying. And the funniest thing is,
oh my god.
And then the thing is, I had your footage, right? And it had your face cam, and I was like, oh man, I should have edited your face cam in, because your face looked like you're happy for me, and then you're like still somewhat happy because you're a little jealous, and the third one is just like complete disbelief.
Oh,
and then
totally
when it became, and then your face turned to reality, you're like, wait, no, he's telling the truth. Like he actually pulled 3. Yeah, that was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
that was
my god, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Best multis for me. So from Legends, my best multi was actually, I think, during the. Also, it's a tie between the 2nd year anniversary and probably the 2nd year anniversary. I got Vegeta Blue. I then got a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, a Rose, and I believe it was a Super Baby 2 or something like that. Like I got 4 of them so I got all those guys in one multi. But I could also make the case where back when Rose originally came out, I got both Rose and the LF Vegeta in the same multi. That was pretty good.
Oh my god, that's good.
Yeah, and then Dokkan, I think my best multi. I think it was during the Int Goku Black. I got like Int Goku Black and 2 STR Roses all in the same multi back when he originally first came out. So I think that was probably my best multi I've had in Dokkan. So nothing crazy like Nolar over here. 3
new Dokkan Fest units in one multi. Yeah, I don't know if that'll ever top that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got another super chat real quick for Dokkan. It's from Pro Toxic. Thank you for the $2 super chat. We need more physical units for Dokkan.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Actually, here's a good question. Another talking point, I guess. How would you rate the super typings from like absolutely busted to it needs the most help, and then vice versa for extreme?
I think AGL and strength are the best.
Yeah, I'd say
for
that.
super. Let me see. Hold on.
Oh God. Okay, so super types. I will easily make the case for
tech is probably 3rd, right?
Yeah,
probably
I think
say 3rd.
it's 3rd.
Yeah.
And then int and then physical.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I could see with that. Yeah.
Int is inherently at a disadvantage because of the fact that they get dodge.
Dodge. Yeah. That's always a downside right there. In terms of
they have good units, but yeah,
they definitely have good units, especially when you start getting a few dupes in there and everything like that. Definitely a solid team. In terms of extreme though, probably say super STR or extreme STR or extreme physical.
I don't know. I would argue extreme AGL is really good. You can make the case for extreme int. All right, you have LR Cell, you got LR Rose. You know, there's a lot of units there.
I think I'd say extreme STR. I think for the best though.
I think extreme STR is probably the best. Yeah, they have cooler.
Yeah, they have cooler. They have STR, Omega Shenron. You know, they got full power
Yeah.
Frieza. You know, yeah, I'd definitely say them probably.
Int is actually pretty good.
Int is pretty good. I would definitely say that.
Rose, Janemba,
Yep.
Cell, Bojack, those are all good. Metal Cooler is pretty good for Int.
Yep. And hopefully, again, the Tanabata banner will bring back some kind of, you know, EZA,
6 or 7 EZA.
6 or 7 EZA campaign thing. And if they do that, we could definitely see some more units to help out those teams. So,
Yeah.
but physical, I would definitely say needs help.
Well, I guess the question is, when was the last super physical unit to be released? Like Dokkan Fest.
Beerus.
Yeah, Beerus, but I guess
Before
Vito
that.
Blue, EZA.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
He's
but
like,
before
he
Beerus,
he
though?
single-handedly makes the typing like so good.
Yeah.
I know.
If it weren't for Vegeta Blue, like, yeah.
Before
Mhm.
Beerus, what was the last super physical? I think it was Piccolo, right?
I think it was Piccolo. Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right.
Almost
Damn.
a year ago.
All right.
I think it was actually exactly a year because wasn't Piccolo the first Dokkan Fest after? No, that was Namek Goku, I think.
Yeah.
No, Piccolo was like September, October. No, hold on.
no,
Piccolo? He was in April.
no.
Was he that?
Was he really?
April,
No, he
April,
wasn't.
No. Sorry, he came out after the Namek Goku, right? The Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
trend.
I think it was Namek Goku and
Yeah.
then Piccolo.
Yeah, and Namek Goku was in not May. No, he was June. Oh, I don't remember. God, it was so long ago. Regardless, yeah, Piccolo was the one before Beerus in terms of being a super physical type. So
He's really good too, but it's
Yeah,
just
he
he's so
is.
limited.
yeah, he's very limited.
Well,
unfortunately.
but that's the thing is like Beerus is really good, but you got to build a team around him. So like you can't
Yeah.
really build super physical to work with Beerus per se.
Yeah.
I guess actually now when I think about it, you could, but you'd be stretching it real hard.
Yeah.
So that's why I put super physical like at the bottom. Like it needs the most help.
Yeah.
Like super strength does not need more damn units.
What about AGL? You don't think AGL's good?
I think strength has surpassed AGL now.
Yeah.
I
say
don't know
that.
about that. I don't agree.
Wait, hang on. We talking super or extreme?
Super.
Super.
Oh, super.
I think strength is definitely better in shorter events, but longer events AGL is just incomparable.
Yeah. I mean, I will give you that, but right now it's the year of super strength. 'Cause last year was the year.
Oh
of
yeah,
super
this
AGL.
year, this year's definitely super strength's getting like every unit. It's basically what AGL was last year.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
We
let
got
me
a couple
look
more
more
super chats in
Twitter.
here.
Yep.
Does this year feel like the year of Super STR, just like last year was the year of Super AGL? I think we kind of
We
just
just
answered that. Yeah, we literally just answered that.
said that.
Yeah. And then we got another. So again, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. And then another one from Pro Toxic says, and for another idea, have EZA areas for the Super Strike card units to make them relevant, and for the Ginyu Force and Bardock squad. Which,
Yeah,
I mean,
Sure.
yeah,
that would work.
I'm definitely
That would
down for
absolutely work.
Yep.
And bring back the Kubito and Mud Junior Super Strikes.
Oh, yeah.
Not
I
even
don't
Super
even
Strikes,
have those.
just the Strikes events.
Yeah.
Where you couldn't even
They're
Dokkan
missing.
them at the time when they came out.
Yeah. And then I got it's not a super chat. I got a donation. It says $2 donation from Hope. It says, do you guys think it would be a better idea to celebrate 2 anniversaries for Dokkan, like Global celebrate with JP and JP celebrate with Global?
I mean, we kind of have that, right? At least with this one. So with, Global's getting their 5th year anniversary. We're getting a Tanabata celebration. So there is a dual celebration, and like both versions are getting something. But if they mean like together, the 350 is right after that, right? In August. So
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, all right. Oh, we got all right. So then, any other Twitter questions that we've been seeing? I've been trying to go through them right now myself.
yeah. Okay, so this is a good point or a good question, I guess. Since Dokkan are basically confirmed Rage Trunks EZA coming next week, what do you think will replace the AGL Rose EZA when Kefla comes to Global?
Yeah. So Kefla's probably coming to global after the anniversary. I think that's going to be the filler celebration in between the anniversary and the download celebration.
Probably.
Yep.
What they could, sorry.
Is that probably? Yeah.
Yeah, what they could do is just not have an EZA for that because it's only going to be like 2 weeks. It's going to be a very small celebration, and global already has that, and they also have UI Goku, which was part 2.
Yep.
So I guess what they could do is they could just have the Kale and Caulifla EZA for that. And that could just be a one-parter because global doesn't need to have the second part for that because we already have both of those things in it already in the game already. So just make that a one-parter and just throw in the EZA for Kale and Caulifla, and that's it.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah, because then it goes straight into the 350 million down celebration after that.
Yep. And you know what they could do? They could release the first 120% EZA on both versions at the same time in the download celebration.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, but then would you guys then not have it? You would have like a drought of EZAs until.
Not really. I mean, we would have the anniversary, which is going to give us the easy areas for a few things, and then the Kefla celebration, which would give us the Kale and Caulifla, and then that's going to go into the down celebration.
Nah, I guess it's true.
And then JP would have Tanabata, which they could do another one of those like 7 units.
Yeah, the campaign things. Yep, I could definitely see that.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for, actually. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the other question I got here is for Dokkan. Predictions on a LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. What type of leader skill, passes, and SA effects would you make? Pure Saiyans? Like an actual good Pure Saiyans?
Oh my god, please. I don't want another Vegeta leading Pure Saiyans. Just it's enough. There's 2 already.
I know, but like if we had to pick one, I mean that's the one I would pick. But yeah.
Just I don't care about Vegeta being the leader for it. I don't care who the leader is. Just make them good and actually make me want to run them on rotation and not be like, oh god, this unit's here, throw them off rotation. God, this because this category is so big.
Here's what I don't want. I don't want a new category.
No, God no.
Yep.
No.
I'd rather them just make a new leader of a category that only has one leader in the game. So I don't know. We could go through the list and pick one. Let me open it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't see a problem with having dual category leads if it's of 2 categories that already exist and it makes sense for them to be, the actual leader for that or / on that category, and it can make them good, right? Like for example, physical the physical Super Saiyan Broly from the Dragon Ball Super movie, right? He wasn't a new category. He was full power and he was movie bosses. And he revived full power. He made full power relevant and he made movie bosses even more badass. So take a leaf out of that book and do that, I think, is the better option.
They could do like Vegeta family because we only have one Vegeta family real leader, which is LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? That's the only real leader.
There's a couple other sides things, but yeah, overall as a true Dokkan Fest one, yes. Mm-hmm.
And then maybe like Exploding Ray or Worthy Rivals, maybe Worthy Rivals and Vegeta family. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, definitely something like that. I could easily see something like that. Yeah.
I agree with you guys. Absolutely. Well, what about, so that's leader skill. Passive, SA effects?
Does extra damage versus Realm of Gods, maybe? When he's fighting Topo? I don't know.
I could see something like that, yeah. Or fighting Universal Survival Saga enemy or something. I don't know. Yeah.
What if they did an active skill where he had the final explosion that did like 50% of your health and damage, but it did like dumb amounts of damage?
I could see something like that too. I don't know.
Yes.
When it comes to super attacks, it's always hard to guess on those.
I think he would have like, I don't know, lowering attack and defense, or one of the 2, if not both. Upon super. I don't know. It seems a little much to like, because you would have to have a specific direction for the card before you can make that, and we're kind of aimlessly throwing stuff around. But I agree with you guys. Worthy Rivals would be pretty good as an actual lead.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Because Worthy Rivals, that's Piccolo's lead, right?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Which means since we had to, figure that out, that means we never see Piccolo as the lead, right? So, yeah, I'm pretty sure people would run Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta as a friend.
Yeah, definitely.
So I am all for it.
Especially if he was an LR. I feel like people more often than not, for some reason, even if the leader skill isn't good, they always have LRs as their like leader.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why.
Yeah, it's stupid, but yeah. Okay, questions. We answered this. Chances of Global getting ESBR during 5-year, pretty high, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like 80% chance.
Okay, well, I guess the playing devil's advocate, if it's the 20% chance, where would they drop it if it wasn't?
I have no idea. That's why I think it's such a high chance. It would have to be delayed pretty long because I don't think they would release it just randomly like in between the download celebration and the anniversary, and I don't think they would release it during the download celebration. So it'd have to be after that. That would be like late September.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, the other big celebration is the thank you celebration, right?
And that's they're not gonna wait till that to release.
I mean,
no way.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's bad, but like, it's Akatsuki. I could see it happening, unfortunately.
It just makes no sense.
It definitely could.
You say it makes no sense, but they drop an LR Nappa Vegeta with Inhuman Deeds like right before the anniversary. So
yeah, but that might be just because they didn't get a good reception of that unit from the JP side. So they were like, okay, well, if we're just gonna release this guy now, who cares?
Yeah,
true. That's true.
That's my theory on why they're doing it now.
Yeah. Alrighty. I've been looking through the Twitter questions, and a lot of them we kind of talked about already. A lot of them are very far out, which I think will be better to talk about when they get closer to those things. So, do we want to wrap up the Dokkan stuff right now?
Yeah, I'm good to wrap up.
Okay. So then, why don't we? So we're gonna take this moment, guys, real quick. If you guys, because we are also posting this podcast on, Spotify, Apple Music, and all that stuff. The stream is still continuing. I'm also recording this in the background. So we're going to be on a quick 5-minute break real quick just to get up, get some water real quick. In fact, right now I'm going to try and put a timer up on the screen for you guys to see when he comes back, to see when we come back. And then we're going to jump into all of our Legends discussions. And then we'll obviously go into the questions like that. So let me just quickly see here if I can get a timer going real quick. Countdown settings.
Yeah, and we should we'll use this time to go to the bathroom, get a drink, and make sure all the Legends guys are ready to go.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been sitting here waiting. My Triceratops is growing.
You're not even. Tell me you're streaming that.
Do you want me to stream it in Discord for you?
Yeah, I'll watch it during the podcast. I don't care.
It's not very fun as the Triceratops because I'm just hiding in a bush because like literally anything can kill me. So it's kind of me just like AFK in a bush, but you'll see.
Yeah, you can stream it on Discord.
I am.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna mute this for 5 minutes. I'm still trying to get the timer thing out real quick, but regardless, 5 minutes, 5-minute break.
All right.
Is this nighttime?
Yeah, I'm literally hiding in this tree. All right, I'll walk out of the tree.
All right, guys. So here we are. We're back for part 2 now, obviously, of the podcast. We are going to be going into our Legends section. So again, we've switched up the table a little bit. There are more people in this chat, though, that are currently on the table that you see on the screen right now. But yeah, so let's go ahead and introduce all you guys real quick. Go ahead and start. Goresh and Nolar, and then we'll just go down the list again.
Back for round 2 of the night.
And
talking
here
about
we
some
are,
legends. Yay, legends, yay.
Nasdorachi, I'm here as well in the background. So I'll be joining y'all.
It's Bebop.
Hey, there's Bebop.
Ooh.
There he is. He shows up right at the time that we need him to.
Oh yeah.
Brad,
Yeah, I was like,
you're here, right?
Ooh.
All right, cool.
We can
Brad
skip-
and Raiyuden are lurking in here too, I
Yep,
think.
they're
We can
lurking.
skip
look
Brad
at
for
it,
now.
guys.
We can skip
Yeah.
him for now.
I'm fine with that. That's cool. I got stuff to do. So
Mm.
no-
I feel like a classroom. It's like, hey, everyone, say something about yourself. Give us your name. Something you like, something you don't like. Like, oh god damn it, I'm gonna say something stupid, aren't I?
Now, students, remember there's no such thing as a wrong answer.
Hmm.
Once you say legends is in a good spot, that's wrong.
Alrighty, so here we go. First topic we have to talk about when it comes to legends. Let's start positive. Let's start positive here, okay? Because I know I can just feel the anger coming from a lot of the guys here in this room right now. SSG Shallot. Thoughts on him, guys?
He's great.
Go.
He's great. I love him. A lot of fun. I think his main is super good. Probably one of the best in the game, especially because you can customize his blue card. I don't know. I think it's a great upgrade. When they said that they wanted to make him like a overall balanced character, I could feel it, but I don't know. I think it's great. I think it was a great upgrade for him. It was awesome. I have no complaints.
I'm
getting
100% happy.
I'm 100% happy with the character. I think everything's solid with him. The only gripe I could say is his base form needs to be upgraded because his hero stats are based off of when he first showed up, like very beginning of the game, and that's not reflective of how the current meta is right now. I feel like every time they give him a new form, they should do something to raise his base stats because hero units of today are way better than Shallot stats. So I think they should keep up with how they're scaling current hero units. Otherwise, Shallot gets shredded like wet newspaper, honestly.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
really
agree.
the only issue. And this meta is so crazy. Like, if you don't get the advantage right to begin with, like, it's real hard to take it back at that point. So having Shallot have to transform, that's an extra step you have to do. I agree with you. It's the only gripe. Everything else is phenomenal. He tanks, he does crazy damage, everything.
He should have like a little X out icon on his portrait before he's ready, like when he's not ready to transform yet, because you have no business switching him in when he's not ready to transform.
Yeah,
That's true.
he's like a wet Kleenex at that point. But it's funny because in the story of the game, like progressing up to his Super Saiyan God form, there's like this whole dialogue point about how Beerus wants him to strengthen his base form and not be transformed and stuff. So hopefully, I mean, it's a little bit of like a fourth wall break, but hopefully they're self-aware of that. I mean, they've kind of shown that in the story itself. So we can only hope that they will upgrade his base stats at some point.
Did they say they were going to do that? That's what I thought this was going to be, this transformation.
Yeah, I thought the same too, because that's what the story was implying. I was like, hey, great. Help him. The dude's screwed if he doesn't transform. Do something. Like,
I mean,
this is
even
before,
like
this is
20,000
before God came out, right? So, like with Super Saiyan 3,
Yeah.
that the time limited transformations and with the way the meta is right now, I think they're dumb. I really do. Like, what justification is there for, okay, this unit is as powerful as he can be for X amount of timer counts when there's just far better units that have no restriction? How can Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks have a limited transformation when Kefla exists? I guess the idea is some sort of realistic, I don't know, keep it similar to
Well,
how
I
it
think
was
it's
in the show.
anime. Yeah.
But that's not I don't think they should
Oh,
do
it's
that
terrible.
for the game.
It's
'Cause, like,
terrible.
Yeah, they did that for Majin Vegeta, and that guy lasted 0 seasons. He was immediately wiped away when he dropped because of that. It's like, what was the point? You killed the character before he even became relevant.
Wait, what characters have the time transformation? You have Gotenks, Purple Trunks.
Kaioken Blue Goku.
Yeah, the Super Saiyan Blue
True,
character
got you.
Goku is probably one of the best ones, and the Purple Future Trunks. They're both two good.
Kaioken
ones.
Goku in general has it too.
I think we might actually get another one very soon with the hint that they gave out.
What?
Oh, the Super Kaioken and Python.
Yeah, that transformation is gonna last like 5 counts.
Oh,
Dude, the anime that lasted like 4 seconds. I counted. I watched the scene today. I counted. It was like 4 seconds.
he like got out of the transformation because he was like exhausted. I just feel like because he had to, because the round was over. I don't know.
I'm thinking that it's gonna be an ultimate, and the ultimate is just gonna be him transforming and doing whatever, and that's it.
Yeah, I could see that too. Or it could be like a potential, like you could pop your green card like a certain amount of times and it kind of like transforms low key to that. I don't know. That'd be sick for me.
Yeah, but I think that's all the time transformations. Super Saiyan 3 Shallot, Kaioken Blue Goku. Oh, Kaioken Goku has one, but it's like forever, so it doesn't even matter.
It's like a whole minute. You can-
I just don't I don't know. I feel like a lot of these the whole like timed restriction to them being as good as they can be, it doesn't really make any sense when they release other units that just do better with no restriction. You know what I mean? Like what's the point of deliberately crippling this unit for nothing? Because it's not like when after that 40 timer counts or whatever, they're suddenly amazing. It's not like, I don't know, Purple Super Saiyan 3 after 40 timer counts gets all his buffs. What's the point? Like there are other units. It's a bad example, but at the time in the meta, there were other units that were better and they didn't need 40 timer counts. So I don't understand. I'm very confused by why they still do it.
That is sack off some units before they even come out.
Yeah, like if you get 10, someone gets a Rising Rush in like 10 timer counts, you're like, all right, sorry buddy, you didn't even get to reach your full potential. Bye bye.
Yeah, I think it's also a reflective of the meta too, because in this meta, you don't get to 100 timer counts remaining. The match is over at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've definitely pushed the game in a super aggressive direction.
It's pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sure everyone feels the same way, but I think Vegeta Blue plus Kefla, I think it was not a good move. I really don't think it was a good move putting those two, making them exist and putting them on the same team together. Big mistake. It was not good.
Back to back.
Yeah, it was not. I get it. You really want to help out one tag because it feels like it's always going to be Fusion v Regen. Regen just seems to be the designated enemy, but my goodness, what did you do? Every match is just those two. And one mistake, it's like, all right, bye. I don't know what unit this is, but goodbye. You're dead. What can I do? Because every match has gone the same way. Either I get PV'd or, whatever. They start a combo with Vegeta Blue or Kefla, and then they just switch to the other guy to keep going. And then it's like, oh, Rising Rush, goodbye. I guess I'll just forfeit now.
I mean, I personally like not playing the game whenever I'm playing PvP. So you just watch them play me. It's a lot easier, honestly. If you just sit back, open a beer real quick, just chill, dude. It's good.
It's just so unforgiving, and the game has too many chance mechanics to be so unforgiving. PV is completely random. Like you can fish for it to increase your odds, but with the way the meta is right now, they really got to visit that because it's dumb.
I feel like too many people are doing it now, and like it's just dragging out more PvP matches. Like I get it. Like now PvP is just like you said, whoever gets the first hit is you're just gonna combo for like a freaking hour and get a Rising Rush in like 10 seconds now, and it's kind of scary to like think that once you get hit, you should probably get ready to lose. Like I'm not even joking.
Yeah. Honestly, the way the meta is right now, if you're not running fusions, you're kind of crippling yourself by not running them. That's just how good they are.
Well, I don't have Vegeta Blue, so what do you want from me?
I know, and that's the thing. That's what stinks. You're at such a huge disadvantage by not having that dude. It's just so brutal.
I really like the fact that they have made it so that teams like female warriors are just not even thinkable to run.
Yeah.
it's very good for the game, and it promotes healthy atmosphere for PvP for sure. I like that a lot.
Great diversity, right?
Yeah.
Extremely bad at promoting like diverse metas in the game. Like the players have found ways around it by creating cool teams and combining things that maybe no one thought of. But at the end of the day, like they're streamlining this like through a keyhole where it's like, oh yeah, fusions. Here you go. Here's your option. Here's your game.
Yeah.
My issue with like when they release units like this, the issue is like I really, really hope they take extra time to figure out what they do, because like Vegeta Blue is crazy, but it's like this guy sets a bar.
Oh, the power creep in this game is going to be ridiculous.
The nature of these gacha games is that the units down the line have to be better to make you want to spend. Like, how do you one up this guy? This guy is insane. Can you imagine how you're gonna one up this dude? We already hate him now. If they're gonna do it, please make a suitable counter that's not like stupid, because this right now is a huge problem. We're only in the second year of the game, and it's already crazy. You cannot even compare year 1 to year 2. Year 2 is just nuts. It's just an exponential scale.
I think I said this last week, but my problem with Vegito isn't the fact that he's like just insane, because he is. Like, we knew that was going to happen. My problem is the way that he fights. It's just so obnoxious, and the combo just continues for like literally like 30 seconds. Like, how is that fun? Like, does anybody enjoy that? Like, I'm genuinely asking. Like,
genuinely,
are we saying that the biggest offender is his red card giving another red card twice? Like, because I can definitely agree with that being.
I think if people just enjoy it, obviously, if they're the ones doing it, but if they're the ones receiving it, nah, it's not a good time.
I stopped using Vegito because I just didn't enjoy him. Like, even using him, I was like, okay, well, this is fun.
Yeah,
just have red cards all the time.
yeah, it gets a little boring. Like,
having a passive like that, it like breaks their own like archetype that they have for the game set up. Like, it's all based around, you know, certain parameters, but then here's this character that just defies all the parameters. So yeah, it's kind of a very weird decision to have made.
He's just dumb. Like, part of his issue, like Goresh said before, is Rising Rush. Once again, it feels like almost every complaint we have with this game seems to just trickle back to Rising Rush in some shape or form. So Vegeta Blue's biggest issue isn't just the fact that his bajillion length combo is annoying. It's the fact that those extra cards just always lead to early Rising Rush. And then at that point, every single time you lose priority twice against fusions, you're getting Rising Rush. And then if you don't guess it, you probably lost somebody. You probably lost the match. I'm 100% convinced that's just how it goes. If they get priority on you twice, Rising Rush, don't guess it, you lose. 100%. That's just how it always is. It's just too unforgiving.
Yeah.
I genuinely think they tried to balance him by giving us Zamasu. I think that was their idea of balance, was like, oh, well, Zamasu can come in on strike cards, and then Vegito Blue can come in on blast cards. And they're both blast, they're melee units, and it's like, that's not balanced. They're on the same team, bro.
It just makes it worse. It just applies more pressure because there's a 50-50 chance. Like,
I hate it. Oh my god,
you don't know.
I do.
Now, when people just, float up, sidestep in your face, like, you have like that split millisecond decision to think, all right, is it going to be a blast or is it going to be a strike? And if you guess wrong, you're going to still get comboed for like an hour later. So
yeah, I found
it doesn't matter which one, because Zamasu gets key with his damn main ability. So it's like, it doesn't even matter which one, they can keep a combo moving so well.
I found that it's better just to not drop combos right now, especially if the enemy's using both of them. It's just like you can't. I mean, obviously, more than not, they're going to be more comfortable switching Zamasu because he has the cut no matter what, and you really don't want to lose your Vegito. But I mean, people have gotten the cover change with Vegito off against me, and it feels really bad because they always have a blue card somehow. But it's like, I'd rather just not risk it, and I'd rather just not drop and just continue the combo. And if they want to cover change into it, like, go ahead, sure.
Well, yeah, if you can play into Zamasu, then you know for sure you're in Zamasu, and you can just keep using strike cards with Vegito Blue. So it's like, that's probably your safest bet, honestly, because you play too many mind games, and there comes a point where it's like, you don't know what the heck's going to happen. This kid could whip out a Rising Rush in 8 counts. It's like, just play the game. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Or the fact that Vegito Blue, it doesn't matter. Just use your ultimate. Bojack, Doesn't matter to me. Come, sure, show up. I'll just blow you away. It doesn't matter. My ultimate does so much damage, and everything that's supposed to counter him. It's like Vegito just one up them. Just big brain protagonist anime one up them. What's that? You're supposed to come in and rescue? I have an ultimate that will just shut that down. You can come in, but you're dead.
Am I misremembering? I liked the meta with Broly and Chilai. Right when that happened, I liked that meta. Am I misremembering if there was something bad there? That was the end of Gohan and Bojack's lifespan. They were getting a little bit, okay, well, we know what they're going to do, whatever. But it was...
That was with LOE, right? That was when LOE was the best?
Yeah, that's right when LOE was at the top. But they're not... LOE's not overwhelmingly dominant unless you have, like, Zenkai Cooler at 7 and 1400% and Frieza at 6 stars. And,
oh yeah, who has that?
Yeah, a lot of people do, but you don't face it too often. Like I think I've seen 2 Zenkai 7 Coolers, and I had to get to like the top, like I don't know, 1,500 or something, or 15,000, no 1,500, to even see Zenkai 7 Cooler. So it's like I don't know. It's just I feel like I like that meta a lot more, but then maybe that's just because it's like trauma from Vegito Blue and Kefla. My brain just like, man, that was good. That was nice, dude.
The meta before they Zenkai the Fat Boo was the good one, because that's before they started really pushing regen.
That was with GT.
I think that was a good.
Christmas. Yeah,
that was a good. I think that was a good meta. It felt like every tag. You couldn't say that one tag was just steamrolling everyone. You could say, yeah, everyone.
Talking about right after the Super Saiyan 4 original banners came out.
Yeah.
It was right before the Zenkai Awakened Good Boo. I can't remember if that was.
That was right before. That was right when the GT. I think that was New Year's, right? That was like when the Zenkai first came out, because Boo, I think Boo was the first Zenkai unit that came out after the initial release of Zenkai.
I think that one wasn't bad. I think that one was pretty good. Every tag was pretty darn good. GT was good, and they needed it. But the thing is, they weren't like they were strong, but you could manage them because they lacked defenses.
Yeah.
So you could melt them down. Yeah, at least it was viable. They're glass cannons. You could deal with them. But like now, it's just Fusion Warriors have no weakness. None. There's no weakness.
We can agree that it's the Vegito's Kefla. That's the issue. Yeah. Like that's the entire issue. It's not Zamasu's not a problem. Obviously, Omega. I like Omega, but he's not a problem. Like
not yet, because the problem is if Omega was a different color that wasn't red, he would be a problem.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's only because of Vegito Blue that he's not a problem.
That's literally it.
He's so
they
good.
Had to make him Fused Warrior. They had to make him Fused Warrior, then make Vegito strong against Fused Warrior.
Literally one shots him. It's sad. Like it's so sad.
He's such a good card.
Like he feels like a hero unit.
Everybody craps on him, but it's like he's so good. Stop.
He is really good.
You know how you can tell he's not used very often because of Vegito Blue? No one's talking about how his green card is probably worse than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
It's literally the most cancer green card.
But nobody talks about it because everyone's too scared to run red because of Vegito Blue. That's how you know a character is too good.
Card so much.
He crushed everybody, every red. He just suppressed them so bad that no one runs them.
If you want to even go deeper than that, we could talk about why Vegito's so good. There's 2 reasons. I'll let you guys think about it.
Well, we already discussed the strike on strike.
About what?
No, like there's a few reasons why they made him as good as they did.
They like Vegito?
Yeah. Well, okay. So the 2 reasons I have in mind are Zenkai and regen.
Oh yeah, they needed to sell the card. Yeah,
they needed a way for you to deal with regen's tankiness, and their way was just like, okay, let's just make this like stupidest unit ever that could just damage through regen. And then the other one was the anniversary being the anniversary. They're like, okay, let's make the best unit in the game, but we have this annoying Zenkai thing in the game where they're like all better than every other unit. So let's just make a unit better than all those units, and that's why Vegito's so stupid.
Well, that's what we were talking about with the anniversary units in general. That's why this year they had to be so much better because Zenkai exists. I mean, last year, what were they competing with? DBS, Broly, and like Gohan, like the anniversary units? So it was like, there wasn't a whole lot. Yeah, they had to be good, but it wasn't like Buhan is really good still. He was not at the level of like, I wouldn't even put him at the level of like Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's just these units had to steamroll. And dude, you can steamroll Fat Boo with Vegito Blue. If you're Vegito Blue 7 stars, and you get that combo moving, you can take him down to like 50% and hit him with a Rising Rush easy. It's crazy. You don't even
That's
feel
the
like a blue
sad part.
unit.
You don't even have to care about type disadvantage. It's like, hey, I'm Vegeta Blue. I'll
He gets
probably just get a
immunity to
Rising
that
Rush
too for a
anyway.
little
It doesn't
bit,
really
so-
matter.
I mean, unless that bull is Zenkai 7, I don't know, because he
I
locked
agree with that.
all your strike cards. It's
Oh,
over.
I agree with that, dude.
Not
You know,
hitting
if
him.
you're facing like 3 and under, you're probably okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're Zenkai 7,
fair
yeah,
matchup.
he's gonna dominate you unless you have like a 14-star Vegito Blue, and even then, you're probably gonna have to rely on Zamasu. I don't know, man. It's just
People might pick
Pretty
at
meta.
that comment because you said 7-star, but on my free to play account, I have him at 2-star, and it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. He still
I can
shreds type disadvantage. Him being at type disadvantage doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter for this dude.
dude, all you gotta do is
Because-
pop 2 green cards, and you can take anything down in the game with your strike cards at that point.
Do you remember the days of when Rising Rushing someone while you had type disadvantage didn't kill them? That
Oh, those
doesn't
were
exist
good
anymore.
times,
Everyone
bro.
is just so good. It doesn't matter. They'll kill them.
So dumb.
Yeah, they've statted characters now to the point where, I mean, unless it's a Rising Rush in like the first 15 seconds of the match, that's like anything that gets hit by it's dead.
Pretty rare I don't kill with a Rising Rush. Like, it's gotta be I'm hitting like a Zenkai 7 cooler with a red unit, like red Vegito or something.
Or you
Maybe
just
I
rage
won't
trunks.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. So there's it's pretty rare, but I know what you mean. I miss those. I actually missed a lot of the old metas when you really break it down. We didn't know what we had, dude. We were like, man, this
Yeah, we
sucks,
didn't.
dude.
We really didn't.
God, holy Trinity, bro. And it's like, yeah, wait for Vegito Blue, dog.
I would take the Holy Trinity meta because at least in that one, like you were dead in one hit. So you knew you were done. You could just forfeit.
You did it in a long
You just
combo to
sit
prove
there.
you're done.
Yeah, now it's like you have to wait for like the Vegito Blues like 17 strike arts combo to kill you. It's like, okay, thanks. Like, yeah.
Can you imagine if they never nerfed sidestep? Like
Oh,
Vegeta
God.
Blue now, it's like one hit, you're there for the whole game. Like all your
I would
allies
have hung
are
up
dead.
the game at that point. I would have retired. It's like, all right, goodbye. This is
So
my
it's
last
just like
video.
it's just funny, kind of like looking back how we're kind of like reminiscing, because it's just like, like you said, we didn't know like how we had it back then. We had it pretty fairly good. Like not even gonna lie.
That's
But-
why I made a meme even that said they were taking features out of the game to sell them back to us. Like they changed sidestep, took it out of the game. Now they're just going to sell you characters on banners that can do all those things. just
Holy
built into
crap.
Their kit.
That's right. Remember when the sidestep nerf happened soon before they dropped the DBS Broly, and then Broly had level 2 card draw speed after
Yeah.
what 10 armor counts? Yeah,
They do
they
these
sold
things
it back.
intentionally, bro. Like, why do you think they took like they practically removed tackle like recently? Like that tackle step, bro. Like
What if Vegito had that?
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, oh my god. Just
I actually said that in my video too. I was like, they're 100% removing this because Vegito Blue is about to be the best unit in the game. Come in and combo you for like 2 minutes straight. And that's
Right.
exactly what happened.
go to the kitchen, go make yourself a snack, come back, and you're still gonna get comboed. Like that's basically how it is.
Dude, I have a delay on my stream, and I have time for kids to say something in that I can reply to them, and they put like lol in the amount of time me getting comboed by Vegito Blue. Like it's a
You
solid
get a full
like, 6
combo.
seconds. I can say something, reply to a kid's comment, and he can be like, "Oh, that's funny, dude." And I can look back at the game, and I'm like, "Okay, cool, it's over." Like,
You know what's sad? Can you imagine what a year looks like from now? We're gonna look back to this. We're like, oh man, I
God.
miss Vegito Blue one.
Oh,
16
who
hit
is gonna
combo.
who is better than Blue Vegito in Dragon Ball? Like, really, who is stronger? We getting another Beerus here? We gotta get a Zenkai 7 Beerus.
Gogeta.
Gogeta.
Go, okay, Gogeta Blue's gonna take. If he could take. I'm down. You know what? Screw it. Fuse Warrior.
No,
UI
it-
Goku.
Throw them together, please. No.
I'm just gonna use Fuse Warrior for the rest of the next 3 years.
UI Goku.
Yeah.
I get.
God.
Realm of
UI
God
Goku-
or God Key. I'm telling you right now. Zenkai
Who
7
fits on
Beerus.
this team, bro?
Zenkai
Like-
7 Beerus is going to be relevant forever.
Oh, I'm sure.
God Key's the end game. Yeah, it makes sense. That's
Think
where
about
they
how many
are.
God
They
Keys
made
we need.
Vegito Blue blues because even how ridiculous he is.
We still need a freaking Hakai Beerus, so
Yeah, Hakai Beerus, Gogeta Blue. We need Jiren might be in there. Like UI Goku, Omen, and the mastered
mean-
version are going to be in there. Like just all the gods of destruction are going to be in there. We got like I don't know, a million other units are going to be in there.
He
God.
will
That's good. That's the be all
probably
end
be
all
like
in Dragon
last.
Ball to become a god. Like, ugh.
I think
Right.
yeah, God Key's gonna be the last team that like if they stop making units, like God Key will still be at the top. Like from here on out,
Evolution Blue Vegeta.
I don't see God Key falling.
I mean, we already know the next banner is going to be God Key.
Yeah, exactly. So
It's like we just got like insane God Key units, and they're like, oh, you know what? Next banner is going to be God Key.
Well, that's the V jump. Yeah, I'm assuming that. What do you think? Do you think this little teaser they did on social media is going to be a game mode, or is it going to be just?
Oh, that's different. I think that's going to be just like another anniversary banner, but it's going to be I assume,
Legend Rising.
I think
Pycon and Super Saiyan Kale and Goku.
Yeah, probably.
I think it might just be the guild update, to be honest.
People would be really upset.
I know, but between what seems more realistic, that they pull that tournament out, or that it's the guild update they already talked about?
I mean, but why would they hint like something like that?
Yeah, they would.
Those two had the peak competition arena representing the respective guild, fighting it out. Like, there was nothing leading into it
I see what you mean, but like usually that would be very stupid, like on their end if they did that.
Yeah,
I mean, Vegeta Blue was pretty stupid, and here he is.
They've never.
You say it like they didn't just make all like dumb decisions like 8 months in a row.
Right. They've never done a teaser for. They've never done a teaser for a new mode. They've only done those for new units.
Yeah, and if they were for a new event, then yeah, that's disappointing.
Any chance they're gonna sneak like Gogeta Blue in there and just say screw it to being Gogeta from Fusion Reborn? They're gonna give us like Pycon and Gogeta Blue.
Oh my god!
Like I mean, for the anniversary, bro. I mean, who is summoning for Pycon, dog? Like I like Pycon, I really do. Pykuhan, my bad. I like him, I do. He's a cool character, but who is really gonna summon for him at this point?
My issue with him is this is not going to be a movies character, so he's going to have 0 teams.
Why would it not be movies?
Because it's part of the filler arc in the anime.
Oh god, you might have saw Fusion Reborn.
No.
Oh, dude.
He'll just have Otherworld tag and nobody.
He has Anime Originals tag. Yay!
Run with Blue Bardock, then that's cool, I guess.
I hope they make him like hit like a double tag thing, because what else is he gonna get? Let's be honest here.
This is what I was thinking. So the way they can make those sub tags relevant, I actually talked about this in my video, is for like the same way they did it with the EX in Shenron, is they just make it so that they maybe at like 3 stars or 6 stars they start buffing those tags with like one stat buff. So maybe they'll do something like yellow or whatever color he ends up being. Let's just say he's yellow. So yellow characters strike, attack, and defense 25%, and then Otherworld Warriors gets 10% to strike attack or something. So they get an additional buff. So it would incentivize you to run characters on those tags on the same team as him. That's like one way to make those relevant. They're never going to be their own teams. That's the point.
I don't know, man. I'm bummed now, dude. I was actually like, all right, cool. Maybe Pycon will be dope. And he's not even movies. Never mind.
He could be, but he's just never going to fit on a team. That's the problem.
Do you think any of these new units coming out are intended to be like a mini stop to Vegeta Blue?
Yeah, Pycon's going to be green, 80% damage reduction, and then whenever the enemy uses a strike card, they lose 50% of their remaining HP. That would be good.
I mean, it's just weird, right? When you said that, dude, kids were like, "Oh, dude, I'm in."
Dude, that would get top grossing.
Oh, easy, it would. No, if he actually like, he could be good against Fused Warriors. I mean, he was with Gogeta at one point. They could make it. They could squeeze it in there.
That's why I'm so surprised they didn't release the Zenkai Buu banner. Why'd they release Goku's banner? The only reason I could think is that Kaioken, Super Saiyan Kaioken is going to be red, and that's why they did it. But I feel like the Zenkai Buu banner would make so much money because everybody would be Zenkaiing him.
Yeah.
You're talking about Fat Buu still, or from Wuhan?
Fat Buu, yeah. Because people are like, "Oh, we need a way to counter Vegito. I'm just going to Zenkai Buu. Like he was cancer before. I can deal with cancer with Vegito cancer now with my own cancer."
That's why I would expect the same thing possible from Wuhan also, because then you could team them up.
I don't know. I feel like Wuhan is still. I don't know. He's not too relevant. Blue Cooler is still too relevant. I don't know. I always say that shit, and then I'm like, never mind.
Just get Fat Blue to like Zenkai 3 so you can block out strike cards. I'll shut down Vegito Blue real quick. That's it right there. That's because if he can't lead with one strike card, he can't pull more. That he literally is the best possible counter to him. Just shut down his combo.
Yeah, just Rising Rush. That's it.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need it.
Oh god.
Fat Boo's lock only lasts for like 3 seconds on our stuff.
That's enough time.
Yeah, you just need to stop it right there. Just dead stop right there.
Once he gets priority, just switch him out. Just switch him in, and all his strikes are sealed. Then he can't really do anything. He's gonna have to be forced to switch out.
Crazy ability.
I feel like we're gonna see more of that.
I don't even
I
know
think-
what we're gonna see, dude. What are we gonna see? Force swaps when your character comes in?
No, more ways. I feel like what's going to happen is the next few months is just going to be dedicated strictly to just shutting down combos super hard. That's it. Like I say this all the time. They just they swing one way and then they just go back the other way. Now it's super hyper offensive. Now it's just going to swing to stupid defensive 100%. That's just all you're going to see. What is it? Red 18? You're just going to see tons of characters like that. Sustained damage cut. Your strike costs, blue cards cost like 50% more. That's all you're gonna see. All of that. That's just it. Just tons of that. Unable to, you can't remove sustained damage cut. Can't be canceled.
Bro, you already
That's what
got me
you're gonna see.
hyped, man. You're good. Like you already got me hyped for it.
We're gonna say that, and then we're gonna get upset that now all the matches won't end, and everyone's just punching at each other.
No,
forever.
I'm not hyped for that,
damn.
dude. It's terrible. It's like this is not how you balance a game. Like they do okay. We'll have like a month every like 6 months where it's like, hey, this is all right, and they're like, hold on, give us a second.
The next few banners, I imagine, are going to be just geared towards directly countering Vegito. Like this is what we saw last year. Full Power Frieza was like the next big banner after the anniversary. He was like the biggest counter to Vegito at the time. Then we had Hit. Hit was just like annihilating Vegito if you used him. So I think like the next big step up banner is going to have at least one like super top tier green unit on it.
It's probably going to be a bet. Well, if it's the V jump one, but they got to have, Toshi loves his bad guys, so they're going to have to swing it back towards the villains at some point.
I think
I
one of
can see
those
a new
God
spell.
Key units might be it, though.
Please no,
Like-
because I don't want God Key being a counter to God Key. That's like the worst.
I
possible
know it
situation.
seems crazy, but I mean,
Team's
God
already
Key right
kinda
now,
refused it.
I
their
hate
only
weird
good
matchups.
greens are whole LF, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about like a green unit that locks like Boo does, except like a 10-second lock?
Senkai Classic Bardock?
Yeah, like I hate that mechanic, but if that's what it's gonna take to like completely shut down Vegito, I'm for that.
Fight the cancer with more cancer, just obliterate it.
At this point, you have to do that. Like at this point, we're already past like the point of no return, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. God, that's the scary part. We hate this dude so much. I don't want to know what has to come next. You know what I mean? This is like the Marvel universe. Every key villain that they had to face always one up one another, and then Thanos is like, "All right, I'm coming now." You're like, "Oh Jesus! Oh
It's
my
scary.
God!"
It's scary because like Bandai really, they throw very like surprising factors. Like Vegito Blue, like obviously he's the only one in the game that has a supreme ultimate, and then he nullifies your cover change. Like that's scary stuff that they come up with. I can't imagine like the next best unit overshadowing him that's gonna surpass that. Like I don't know what goes on in their heads at times, but like it's kind of scary at the same time.
It's gonna be some crazy pass where it's just like land 10 attacks and you automatically win the match.
I don't think they really think about it. Like their mindset going into the anniversary is how can we make the most money, and then we'll worry about everything else later.
Yeah.
That's
think
literally
it's just
probably
a
what
wrap.
it is.
It's just
It
like
has
they
to
just
be.
pull passives out of a hat. It's like, all right, this guy needs 3 passives. All right, what's this? All right, he'll do 40% damage when he comes in. What's another one? He'll draw 2 strike cards every time he uses 1. Okay, what's this next one? He can't be stopped. Basically, that's it. Like they just pull it out of a hat. That's what it feels like. Because there's no. Someone has to look at this and be like, all right, this is good. There has to be some quality control with when these characters are made. They can't just be
It's
stringing
that
it together.
meme of all the people sitting in the office recommending stuff, and then the one guy has the good idea, and the boss looks at him all angry and throws him out the window.
Yeah.
What's sad is I that guy that gets chucked out the window is probably Toshi.
Yeah, for that mode, like where you pick your enemy's units. That would be dope because I would never allow the enemy to bring Vegeta Blue.
Yes, that's exactly what I would do.
Like Toshi is the hero for recommending that mode, and they threw him out the window.
Vegito Blue is Toshi's favorite character, so he probably had a lot to say in that.
But Toshi also likes the bad guys, right? So we got to swing it back. We got to get a ridiculously overpowered villain that does like all that same stuff. It'll probably be like Jiren or something like that. Just wait.
Yeah.
I could see Jiren being like basically like a worse version of Omega with like paralysis and like faint and stuff.
Oh,
I could see that.
God.
The second they put Hero Hercule's passives on his sparking is when we're all done.
Let's go.
We're
Because
done.
Jiren, that's kind of like how he fights, right? He just stares at you and you're just like, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Green card just faints you. Just staring at.
I mean, literally, like that. At this point, that's not even that
I
outlandish.
know. It's just I can't
Camera
see
just zooms in on his face
Has
on green
blast
card.
armor, unavoidable.
Blast armor on just moving your character, not even when you use arts card.
Yeah.
Blast cards just don't like he's super armor all the time.
Yeah,
That's basically what it's gonna
he had
be.
like a barrier, like final. What was this guy's name?
It's like
Majin Vegeta.
It's like in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 when you play as Broly and no one's attacks like make you like flinch or anything. That's exactly what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's exactly. Like Majin Vegeta's barrier when he does his sacrifice, his ultimate, like you
Yeah,
can't hit him.
he doesn't like he doesn't move when he gets hit.
Yep, that's exactly that's Jiren. The whole game.
Can you imagine?
He just
Like-
looks at you and you die.
He doesn't flinch. He doesn't get stunned. No, he's just. Oh man.
Well, you guys seem to
Man,
be
they're going to
having
be
fun.
watching this and they're going to be like, these are some great ideas. Write it down.
There's that one guy, yeah, taking notes.
What do we got next?
It's not on the thing, but we briefly touched about it, but we didn't talk about the V jump itself.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
they're both attackers, so it's the blue Vegeta and the blue Goku. They're both coming out early, or I guess in the
Early
beginning
July.
or early July.
Yeah.
Blue Vegeta is a ranged attacker, and then Goku is a
Right.
melee attacker. Yeah,
What did it say? Like Goku gets buffed as the enemy swaps around, and then
Yeah.
Vegeta is one of those ones that dies and buffs the rest of the team.
yeah. So more buffs for Vegeta Blue when he dies. Yep.
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 And Goku's not going to be able to do anything to Vegeta because he doesn't switch.
They'll still have future tags, so running them on future as well will be scary. Because imagine, I could just see it now. I would do it personally. If I pulled Vegeta, I would run him with future Gohan for those 2 death buffs with Vegeta Blue. It's over.
Oh
Just
god.
nuke. You just nuke. And I mean, I'm sure it'll be busted. Whatever his death buffs are, it's gonna be busted. It's for God Key. Watch it be like 100% inflicted damage to all units for like 20 timer counts.
Oh.
What if it's like -2 to card draw speed for the enemy?
I was going to say,
Oh my
I feel
god.
that would, not just that. Can you imagine if it was like you lose card draw speed, but you do more damage? A significant
Can we
amount?
just talk about how funny that is that Vegeta gets a death buff? Because that's the Vegeta when he gets one shot by Goku Black.
Damn, they never show Vegeta love.
Because he's doing the thumb thing in the image, and he just instantly dies. So he just instantly gets like just destroyed.
That's probably why they did that.
Yeah, that's why they
that's
gave him a
the
death
scene.
buff.
That's the scene when he first turned Rose, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's funny is Goku didn't even care when he fell on the ground. He's like, "Okay, my turn." So what buff is he giving? It didn't hype him up. Makes no sense. That's the biggest takeaway from that scene. He died.
You guys think you'll pull on him?
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It wouldn't. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody if they didn't. But, I mean, it's for God Key, so.
Got to get some content.
It's probably going to be the next Ultra Space Time banner since that whole schedule got mucked up by the anniversary.
Yeah, especially
yeah,
if
it
this banner coming up with what we assume is PyCon and Super PyCon is this, if that's going to be a Legends Rising, then yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What
What
Legends
is this? Hey,
Rising
wait a minute.
anniversary
Doesn't this
edition?
mean they're? Sorry.
Yeah, the anniversary edition, I think, because that tweet was labeled second anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had the hashtag. Yeah, they hashtagged it still.
Isn't this an instance of them pulling a Dokkan?
I was doing like a part 2.
Yeah, like because I remember we talked. I think it was during or before the end, like 2 podcasts ago. We were talking about this, and I said, "What if they pulled a Dokkan where another banner came up?" And a lot of us were saying probably not.
Yeah, but we
Because
were talking about like super high, like we were talking about like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'm like, no way. I do not think they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But like, being realistic, is anybody like jumping out of their chair for Super Kaioken Goku?
Yeah. Brad,
Who said yeah? Who said
Everyone, yeah.
Who said
I'm
that?
hyped, dude, beyond belief, man. I mean, I kind of was hyped for PyCon. I'm not gonna lie, but nope.
They're gonna make him green, and they're gonna make him immune to ultimate arts or something like that, and then everyone will want him.
They you know what they could do is they could figure out like something very niche for him that would just make him usable just without a team, I guess.
You pop a green
That's
card,
pretty
you have
hard, though.
infinite advantage for 5 times.
What if he like permanently nullifies main abilities or something? I don't know.
It would have to be like, or the Giblet, the thing that we thought theorized for Giblet, where he uses green card and he's got like an auto guard on whatever next arts card that is used against him.
What if like his tackle goes through strike cards? I don't know. There's a bunch of crazy stuff they could do.
Yeah, seeing Vegeta, how strong he is, makes me fully confident that they don't have any problems like breaking the rules of their own game with the characters.
I like when they do stuff like that, like when they, I guess, think out of the box. But when it gets to the point where it's just toxic, that's stupid.
Yeah, think outside the box, but make it like a side grade. Don't make them directly upgraded on all fronts.
Yeah.
The characters still need to have weaknesses, so there's counterplay. Without any counterplay, it just feels non-competitive.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. What else we got on the agenda?
That's basically it. I don't know
Basically it
what
for
else there
Legends.
is.
Yeah, there's. I mean, again, I know. The main thing that everyone wants to keep talking about is that Vegeta Blue and the crap online matchmaking right now, and Goresh, you
Oh
covered
my
it in your
God.
video already.
It's not. That would be a topic that would never end.
Yeah.
And someone summarized it best. I think we've all said it before too, though. They could make this game have the shiniest, most awesome units possible. If PvP stinks, it doesn't matter because no
Yeah.
one. When you pull that hype unit, this happens to me all the time. I'll get excited. I'm like, yes, time to try him out. Crap, PvP sucks.
Yeah, you get
That's
like
how
3
it
games
always
in,
goes.
you're like, I remember why I hated this.
Yeah, that's how it always goes because it doesn't matter how exciting it is. If you went the second you drop into a match and you guys are just stuck, you're rubber banding, your inputs don't get registered, you don't know what the hell's going on. You hear that annoying sidestep noise, but no one moves. It just ruins it. You're already done. I hate that
Yeah.
noise. I
And-
hate it.
I was talking to somebody. I think this was on Twitter, but I don't remember. But people were like, "So you don't are you excited for any new game modes? Or do you want any new game modes to come out?" And my answer was, I would prefer if they worked on improving the existing ones first. Like
Yeah.
Ultra Space Time Rush is potentially the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. Challenge
you're
Rush also sucks. Nobody likes Challenge. Like, just anything against the AI is just very annoying and not fun.
Oh, you don't like perfect vanish dessert and everything every single time?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But my answer is just like, I would rather them just work on updating existing events and make sure those are good before just adding more mediocre events. Because like to me, that's just I guess it's a quantity over quality thing. I don't want that. I want quality over quantity.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that the easiest one they could start with is co-op. Jesus.
Oh my God, it's
Oh
so
God,
bad.
yes.
Give
I
us
can't
the
even find a
bot.
match.
Yeah.
Just give us the bot.
horrible, bro. It's like you can't find a match in PvP, you can't find a match in co-op, and if you do, after waiting like 20 minutes, they happen to DC. A bot doesn't take over for your buddy. Like there's so many
Yeah.
things, bro.
Or you get a yellow unit when you're fighting red 17. And it's
that
like, thanks. I finally
Or
found a
they-
match after 10 minutes and you're using Cell. Thanks.
and they just rising rush when the shield is up. Like,
Oh
there's
my
so
God.
many things, bro. Like, and not everybody. The thing and the sad thing is just like not everybody in your guild is like wants to grind it out as often, or your friends because they're frustrated, like. Can't even blame them. Like I don't even want to ask you guys to like, hey guys, anybody up for co-op? Because it sucks. Like it just sucks. Like I'm not even wasting my time grinding the Zenkai 7 trunks. Like I'm not, because it's just boring to me, bro. Like I can't fathom like how they think that it's such a fun mode. Like I get the idea, I get the intent behind it, but the way they executed it is just bad. Like they need to revamp it. They need to revamp PvP especially too. Like you said, Goresh, like they could take 2 weeks off, like just nobody plays for the whole, for the duration of the season. Actually revamp it, take your time, work on it. And then if it's better, then you're going to see more players playing and actually enjoying your game. But
what they could do, I mean, it's really easy. Ultimate Battle. Bring Ultimate Battle back for one season, and then while that's going on, just fix PvP normally.
yeah.
Would that not be an option? Like, I don't know. Is that
Yeah.
This is the moment where this is the meme moment where you get tossed out the window. That's a good idea. They can't have it. Yeah.
They just need a good queue system like Dragon Ball Fighters, where it just shows the ping and says, "Do you want to match? Yes, no," and then you go from there. And then
Please and please stop with the triple RP. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, none of that.
That gives me war flashbacks.
Well, they need to rework the entire way that the leaderboards is approached for this game. Like, instead of just, because it's not really, and I mean, it's not always the case, but it's not really skill so much as it's skill in conjunction with who has the most time to no life the game. And like, that's not, like, I don't know, it should be like an ELO base where it's like your win ratio and your win streaks like determine like a number that is like, I don't know. They just need to rework a whole lot of different things.
So the reason for we've definitely seen this before, but the reason for 3RP is so that people can hit rank 50 better who don't play PvP as much. So my solution for getting rid of 3RP or making it better,
make ranks above 50.
No, get this. I've been thinking about this for many months. This took a long time of deliberating about thinking about this because this is like the idea of the century.
It's gonna be
what if they just stop 3 times RP when you get to rank 50?
There you go.
They stop 3 times RP when you get to 50.
Legit,
Yeah.
the simplest thing ever.
Yeah, that would be real easy.
Because I can't think of another reason why they have 3 times RP.
Yeah, it would
other than
force
that.
players not to like worry, like, oh my god, I gotta grind last minute. Like just you have all the time to grind because it's triple RP, and if once you reach battle rank 50, you're kind of safe to kind of just go on your own way and go into these matches fairly easily and not have to worry about losing so much or gaining. I don't know, just gaining that 3 RP again and again and again, and like.
I think it would be a cool idea, and this is because Legends, it's not a card game, but it borrows some aspects of other card games. And like once you get to rank 50, there should be like divisions above that where it goes like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or whatever, and then you only match with people in those divisions. And that's like, that determines ranks and placement.
Yeah, I mean, but that's similar to if they just, because right now the system is based off of rank, right? So as long as you're rank 50, if you have 10,000 more RP than player B, you can still get matched with them. Just because it's based off of rank and not RP. They need to just base it off of RP, because what you just described, that is the exact same thing they have. It's just based off of how much RP you have. Like the tier system is just. It would just be based off of RP, right? That's the whole. That's
bad right now. Like Goresh made a video about it, and I was with him in that discussion. Like it's so bad. Like
yeah,
isn't it sad how they spend more time trying to hide the bots than actually fixing PvP? Like the lengths they go to hide the fact that who you're facing is now a bot is absurd. First, we recognized from guilds, they got rid of that. Then by the banner, they got rid of that. Then by having the same likes, they got rid of that. Like, why are they trying to hide them? Just go away, get rid of them. No one likes to get pitied by a bot, and anyone experienced doesn't like facing them. What's the point?
For people who are listening and don't know why, because there's going to be people who are listening to this and they're like, I don't know, like I kind of like 3 times RP. I don't understand why people they're bashing it. The reason why we don't like it is because 3 times RP is resulting in a bigger difference between the amount of RP somebody has and the amount of RP their opponent has. And the bigger difference that has, the more matches you're going to have that just result in you getting 3 RP for winning. And it makes it so that if you're trying to climb the ladder, it's so slow. And you could win 10 matches in a row of 3 RP. Great. You just got 30 RP. You could lose the next match for whatever reason. Let's just say it was like super laggy and you couldn't even play the game. And you lose the match because the guy rising rushed you in 10 counts, which is feasible. You just lost all of your progress because of that. So that's the reason why we just don't like 3 times RP.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that person won't lose 0. Like he won't lose any RP. Like they legitimately, it shows that they lost 0 RP. Like
yeah.
They don't do a good enough job of matchmaking you to someone that's tied like close to the amount of RP that you have.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I guess that's enough for the rants.
I feel like I'm sorry. I just feel like Legends lately, well, as far as the podcast goes, it's just going to be strictly rants because there's nothing good right now that's happening with the game.
That's reflective on the anniversary, by the way.
Right.
Because if there was something cool to talk about, I mean, Shallot, I will give them is definitely.
Yeah,
a
I'll give them the
positive
props for that. Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Shallot,
I think that was good.
But like not having Giblet to play or Zaha yet, I mean, I don't know.
It's just my whole thing is like the characters are obviously cool to use, whatever, but it's the modes are just terrible.
Yeah.
This was gonna segue to what I was gonna ask next, because you see a lot of people making comments about this, but like, how do you feel overall about the anniversary? And I mean, I think we're all in agreement that
I give it a thumbs down.
it doesn't
was
feel
a little
like
bit too
anything.
much geared towards making money without providing enough actual content.
It doesn't feel like anything.
Developers seem to think that and they're, to an extent, they are right. Like, new characters are content, but that's all they focus on. Like, they don't spend enough time with other types of content that are actually playable.
Yeah, I think the best things about the anniversary so far have been the Zenkai Trunks and Shallot.
Right.
And that's it. Like, Challenge Rush sucks. The raid was probably the most disappointing thing in the entire anniversary to me because
so fun for like that day.
I played it once and I couldn't play
It
it
wasn't
again.
even that day. It was midnight.
Yeah, whatever. Like
Midnight to
it's
4
so
a.m. was
sad.
dope. That was
Yeah.
lit, dude.
It
I
was
only
gone
played it
in
once or twice
14
as well.
hours or 13.
I
So
honestly
nobody could play it.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to this like tomorrow because I'm tired. I don't want to play through
Yep.
this. It's done
Yep.
already. I'm like, what the hell?
That's exactly what I did. I made a video on it. I'm like, oh, nice. Like, this is really cool. I enjoy this. There's a lot of rewards here.
Yeah.
I go to make a video on it the next day. It's already gone.
Well, we
like,
can
okay.
kind of go into this question because
Oh, yeah,
I
the
figure we're going to be going
trademark.
into the questions
I
here.
almost forgot about that because I only got to play it 3 times.
We can go,
They could have had this going like throughout the entire anniversary.
yeah.
Different bosses, like every couple days.
Yep. No, they definitely could have, but they didn't. And actually, guys, we can go into this kind of because it's one of the super chat questions about somebody asking, do you guys agree with Rhymestyle's opinion on the anniversary, where Rhymestyle was kind of starting to say what you guys are saying right now of it's just kind of to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with what he said. And then
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
because this doesn't, the anniversary is supposed to be like a peak hype moment to, give thanks to the players that keep your game going for another year. But this felt like another, your annual banner thing.
You don't like
Right.
Chance Time?
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
even
I
know
didn't
that
even
happened.
get it. I don't even get it.
I
It
didn't
hasn't
even know
happened
that
yet.
happened.
It's just going to be one big raffle, and either you win something or you're screwed, and you can use
Did it happen yet
for
or
the
no?
first one. It happened for the
Yeah,
first
It
yeah.
one.
happened, yeah.
Oh, it did.
It happened
know
for the first
what?
one.
No.
Do you know the invitation to the Las Vegas tournament thing? You know how it was like select few people would get like a prompt show up on their menu saying like, "Hey, you're chosen,"
Yeah.
whatever, right? Well, that's the same thing that would happen if you won something from the Chance Time event. You log in,
Dumb.
prompt comes up, and it'll say, "Hey, you won 300 Chrono
I
Crystals."
thought it would be in like your gift box or something. I'm just
No.
like, oh
if you
my
got no
God.
prompt,
Wait,
you got no
when were we
winning.
supposed to even use these things? Because I never saw anything
You
that was.
can't. Yeah, you can't. We're still collecting them. They're still
Okay.
missions.
No. Okay,
No,
so
this is the
this
first
is
one.
what happens. There's 3 rounds. The first one's over. So
Yeah.
you have your tickets and you can exchange them for items in the exchange shop.
They're really good items too.
Have
Like, go check
anyone
them
on
out, dude.
Twitter posted anything showing that they've won
Not
anything?
here, bro. Like, just
Dude,
get
yeah, I'm
ready, man.
gonna exchange
catching them
equipment
all.
medals.
Does no one think this is maybe a little off topic? Does no one think it's kind of scummy that they hid a title away from
Oh,
the,
it's
for the
trash.
premium
Yep.
ticket?
Yep.
Because that
Yep.
is only
Trash.
something whales would go for.
That is the only reason I summoned on that banner.
That feels so scummy to me. They're like, hey, let's put this little sprinkly thing here for the collectors that we're gonna make them need to spend money to get it. I found that so scummy for them to do that. They hid a title away in premium tickets. I did not like that.
Well,
at
dude,
all.
the first year I gave him a pass. I was like, you know what? They're probably not thinking this way. We're on year 2, bro. We know what you're doing now. Stop. Like, the first year it was like, okay, no problem. But I don't know, man. Legends, they're really good at being like the general populace wouldn't see it. Like, if I just played this game, a couple hours a day, I didn't really pay much attention, I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd be like, whatever, no big deal. But since we play as much as we do, and we think about it as like how are they trying to cuck us this week? Like that's how it feels. So then we see it. Like, but if we were like a general player, we wouldn't see it. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
Brad's
like
not wrong.
hyper exposure to this on a level that most of their target player base probably doesn't. But
This is not my first rodeo.
Every
It's like
little,
Nolar's like 80th rodeo.
every little hype thing that they were talking about for some reason just got executed really poorly. Like even the friendship with the welcome events, holy crap, that was terrible. And then we cannot get any Dragon Balls from these damn scans. That was terrible. And then the chance time thing didn't work out too well. So I don't know, anything new that they hyped us up about either wasn't that great or was not executed properly.
We got everything now, so hopefully y'all are in the same boat.
It just seems like it would be, but we're in a fortunate position where we have many people that would be willing to help. But for everyone else, that I don't see how anyone would be able to do this. Just another playing saying, "Hey guys, if you'd like to join the game, use my thing." Like no one's gonna get 500 missions done for the sleeves. It's impossible.
Just create 30 accounts yourself and grind all the missions on your 30 accounts that you just made.
Yeah, I thought that was really stupid.
Dude, I liked a lot of the comments of people being like, I bet you the person who won the 10,000 crystals like made a fake account to like grind up that damn mission and then won.
No, it was Nano.
He's sad.
Nano won the 10,000 crystals.
Probably.
I mean, whatever. Good for Nano. I like Nano. He's a nice guy. He needed it. Like, he barely ever spends on the game anyways, so.
Yeah.
Except what he spent when Majin Vegeta was in the summons. It's his favorite character.
Oh yeah, no, he only goes ham on that. He doesn't ever go ham on anything else though.
This guy in the chat, Raid Shadow Legends greater than Legends.
At this point, yeah.
I don't know.
At least they make it obvious when they try to describe you.
Hate. I'm down to hate on Legends. I don't know if I can say that, bro.
There's a line. Right?
No, Legends is still fun to play. It just has its issues.
Like when Rhymestyle said though, like what with anniversary go as far as anniversary goes, he mentioned that it was directed more towards like the free to play players or like the beginners and stuff. But as for like veterans who've been playing like since day one, like it just didn't feel like we were rewarded as much.
I agree.
It just felt like all we did was just summon like here's some new units, but like everything else as far as like resources go, it's not like we really needed it. Like all the only great thing for veterans were the units. Like that's it.
And keep in mind, we're about to get more. Yay! More summonable units.
You know what's funny though? The units. It feels like the units helped out beginner players more too, because it's just. I don't know. I don't know if this sounds rude to say, but running Vegeta Blue and Kefla together is just such a like no thought
Brain dead.
process. Cheese. Just you
They
just
destroyed
swipe
the type
right
of blast meta.
card.
It's like running movies.
You know what it's like? It's like when someone just puts like a shiny thing in front of you. It's like you click a strike card. It's like, oh, a strike card. You click it. Oh, a strike card. You keep clicking it.
It's that
What is
scene from
it?
Family Guy when she
Piece of candy.
piece of candy. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, like legit. That's literally what it is. It's James Woods, bro.
Like anybody could use it and just win off of it now.
Oh, dude, it's 100% true. I'll see kids like launch their ult on the other side of the field, but then they're comboing me with Vegeta Blue for like a solid 10 seconds. And it's like, what's going on here, man? They have like 4,000 RP. They're just launching their green card across the field trying to hit me. Go straight into an ult. And then they're able to chain me forever and kill my Vegeta Blue. And it's like, all right, no, it's I'm glad I have a 7-star Vegeta Blue and I just died to a 2-star. It's cool.
There is no blast meta in
You
this.
can't even wail out in this meta because it's like you don't have to.
It's scary to throw a blast card now. It's scary.
The beginner players throw me off the most too, because usually you try to read what your opponent's doing, but there's nothing. So it's like, okay, you guys
No
did
mentality.
Nothing. You're like,
Oh, and I want to specify, this isn't roasting anybody who's new to the game. It's, believe me, dude, like, it's not roasting you guys. It's just how it is.
yeah, so like you go through your whole little duking thing, and then you're back to long range. So you're like, all right, I'm gonna start it out. I'm gonna shoot a blast card. The dude's flying at you with blast armor already. You're like, whoa, wait, hold on, what are you doing? And then you're now locked into like a 10 strike card.
Like you just stand there because you're thinking, no, he's gonna strike cancel. Psych, no, he's in your face. Just wails on you.
Whatever, does nothing, and then it's like, okay, now then you get Rising Rush, you lose, and then you get a great training session.
Every single time I've played, because this has been by far the most grinding I've done in a season before. every time I play a high RP player, every single match is just them sitting in long range doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's so cancer. I'm literally I'm like I have to initiate. I'm just like every single time it's me going to mid range and then shooting a blast card or just like trying to bait out like a dodge or something. They literally just sit there doing nothing and they're just fishing for perfect vanishes every fight.
Yeah. And then what's scary is you can't, when you feel it. Am I the only one that feels when they're about to get PV'd? Like you're like, all right, I know when I fire this off, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
It's usually when you're like all throwing a blast card because you need to get them to react in some way.
I feel it. I feel it internally. I'm like, I'm getting PV'd. I know it. I know it's gonna happen. But all right, maybe not this time. Oh damn, PV I lost.
That fear of getting perfect vanished and making you hesitant to even attack is the problem.
Yeah.
Guys,
That's
come over to Japan.
exactly how I
just
feel
come over to
every
Japan.
time.
I want you guys to know what it feels like for me to play online here.
I would
'cause
take going to Japan if I could play against Japanese players, I would take that any day.
I would take COVID-19 to play.
I just meant it as far as like the ranking, like being paired up with the ranking, because I'm always gonna play that one guy who's lagging. I like it's just all the time.
It's unbelievable how many laggy matches there are. And then I watch the Japanese streams and there's zero lag.
Great perfection, quality, connection.
It is a different game watching them play.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It feels like a different game. It feels brand new.
And then they complain about lag, and it's like, okay,
Bro,
you're
you
gonna complain
got
about lag?
bro.
Are you kidding me, dude? I'm paired with someone from like Antarctica, and I'm like, can't even move my character, and I get connecting error, and it doesn't even disconnect the enemy. It's just like
you get maybe
it's unplayable.
like one or two, maybe three, like quote unquote laggy matches nowadays here in Japan. It's not too bad. Like you can tell like if it's gonna be laggy because like you get some random English name and I'm fine like okay, what am I doing facing somebody from like the West Coast or something like that, but 9 times out of 10 you see a Japanese name or
Australia.
a Korean name or something like that and it's fine. It really
And
is.
we get the opposite. For us, it's maybe you get 1, 2, or 3 actual good matches.
It's like a good
That's how
quality
it is for
connection.
us.
You get 3 RP for it. Like, you just wasted your time.
Those ones are the worst. You know it's gonna be. There's nothing you get nothing out of it, and you still have to suffer for nothing.
You have everything to lose though.
Yeah, it's battle rank. They have like 5k RP. You're sitting at 15, 16k. You're like, I just want to forfeit, but I can't because I know what I'm gonna lose here. It's like 200 RP or whatever. You're like, oh, I have to suffer through this, and it's like 20 minutes to launch a blast card,
And then they get an accidental perfect vanish on you.
and then they rising rush you, and then you lose, and then you get a great trading session. That's usually how it always goes.
Party, great training session.
I'm the strongest being in the universe, or your upgrade didn't pack a punch or whatever.
Honestly,
Like,
all I've been
please.
doing in PvP lately is throwing that the hurl Q one. What was it called? Let me see. Hold on. Not bad, I guess. Like that one. Not bad, I guess. With the good party, dude. I'm so toxic.
To give me those good parties, I need that.
Yo.
People will know if I really enjoyed our match because I send the Shallot where he's like, all right, all that fighting has got me hungry. Let's go eat. Cause that's like a bro thing. It's like, all right, bro, that was a great match. That we should hang out more. But if I don't send that, odds are the match was like terrible.
Question times.
Yeah, we can go on some questions here. Let's see here.
Super chats.
Yeah, we're going to super chats first. So Legends, what color do you think the new blue Goku / Vegeta will be? He says, I think it'll be yellow and green.
Someone's gonna be green 100%. God Key, all their greens that are actually good are Legends limited.
I would say LF Vegeta and LF Beerus, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Other than that, it's what? Extreme
Zamos.
Animosity.
Yeah, the Zamos.
Oh, he's a beast, bro. He's really good.
Okay. I definitely agree with the yellow. I think green and yellow is probably what's gonna be.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry,
so
can
too.
you repeat the question? Sorry.
What color do you think the blue Goku and Vegeta will be from the V Jump?
Okay.
I think green and
I don't
yellow.
know.
I think green and yellow.
Yeah, those are the oldest colors.
I see that, but I also see a green and red.
Green and red.
I'm pulling up
Just more
future.
fodder for for Vegeta.
Yeah,
to
'cause,
take care
like,
of?
That and like I guess because I mean I don't know, like Rose is not being used as often. He's mainly strictly bench.
How
Like
dare you? I love Rose.
Is he? I see a lot of people.
I
I see a
don't-
lot of
for
rosés.
PvP.
Yeah.
I don't. I just see them strictly being on bench, unless if you don't have any, unless you don't have Vegito Blue. I don't know, but like
Well, the entire reason
honestly,
I run Rose is because he gives Vegeta Blue more power.
the
Yeah.
debuff, right? But I don't know. I just don't personally, from my experience, especially this season and last, I haven't seen a single Rose user. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I see a
mean,
lot.
like could they possibly do purple? The only really good purple unit on Future is the Zamasu.
The Nizamos,
Right.
yeah.
That could happen too. I could see that. Because they like again, like they don't go off logic and common sense. Like, oh, we just released a blue unit, so let's not go for another. Like they'll most likely do it again because they're gonna see what fits for the meta.
Yeah,
Knowing how much they shaft Vegeta, he's probably going to be red, and Goku's going to be green.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
probably how it's going to go. It's
no,
like,
Vegeta's,
all
gonna be,
right,
Vegeta's gonna be blue so that nobody ever uses him.
There's that too.
Or
He's
Vegeta's
either-
gonna be
he's either
green
red or
again,
blue.
so Zamasu can kill him easily.
I swear to God, did we get another blue Vegeta, dude? Like I can't. That other one, the transforming one sucks. Like he's just terrible. I don't know, man. I tried to use him the other night.
release hundreds of new characters over this next year. Hopefully, we'll get some love for game modes, but it's just gonna be characters after characters.
Wait, Brad, are you talking about the transforming blast-oriented one?
No, not the OG transforming one. Not that one.
Yeah, the
one that
blast
goes to
oriented
God
one.
Key. Oh, is
Yeah,
he
what?
blast oriented? That was strike. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
That
he's bad.
guy's
Oh, dude, I tried to use him the other night, and get granted, I only have a 3-star. Fine. He's horrible.
He does no damage.
What?
He's so bad.
Who?
He
Who does that
combos forever. He combos forever. But it does no good when you have all these swap-in units and everything. They just stop your combo and you're dead in the combo.
I think he's
Three hits.
great. I think that super.
How many stars
fast
do you have?
Banish restore. I have him on my free-to-play account. I use him at 2-star.
But we're talking.
Oh, I don't believe you on that. In this meta?
No, I think he's great, dude. I
Who are
think
you
that
talking
that
about?
super
What are we
fast
talking about?
Banish
What are you talking about,
Transforming,
guys?
transforming
So
God Vegeta,
underrated.
the blue one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blue one?
Vegeta.
Oh,
my God.
I think he's underrated.
I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. of him.
I don't think
Yeah, I'm
he's
not
good.
a fan.
I think he's great.
I like his overall card as like an aesthetic. I like what he does. But
His
being
ability
blue
is
and being Vegeta is his problem.
Okay, in this meta, you can't be a unit without any form of defense. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, or some kind of swap in or something on your team. Like Vegeta family just doesn't have that.
Cool. It's cool what he can do, but it's cool. It's not cool if he gets hit. Like that's it.
Yeah, it's like the okay. This is
everybody now.
it's like the blue Saiyan Saga Goku, who was like really good prior to the anniversary, and now all of a sudden every unit is one comboing him, and it's like, okay, do I really want this guy on my team? He's kind of like a reliability. I can't even switch into him reliably because he's just gonna die. That's what I feel about this guy.
Yeah.
It's not his fault. It's just the meta is just so stupid right now.
I like how we defend the units. It's not his fault. He's a good. I like him. He's a good guy.
Well, I mean,
He
his
just
kid is good. It's just the meta
Oh, he's
is
fantastic for buffing, but yeah, you have like
just not
30
safe.
units that are okay in the meta, and then like 10 that are ideal. Like that's the problem.
I think he's great. Y'all are haters.
I'm not a hater, bro. I tried to use him, and Vegeta family. You guys can tell me, not you guys, like people commenting can tell me Vegeta family is bulky and everything. You're wrong. I'm sorry, it's not.
well. The only unit that's bulky is Trunks, the new one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally it. I mean, the OG Vegeta, the transform Vegeta, he low key might be the second best Vegeta in the game. But like he's okay. He's all right. Super Saiyan 4 is not bad. He's got really good damage. But there's nothing special about the team besides Trunks being able to come in right before Rising Rush. That's like it. Everything else is like, all right. You know, that's my problem, I guess, with that Vegeta. If he fit on God Key or he fit on Super Saiyans, I'd probably like him more, but he's forced to Vegeta family because he doesn't fit on either one of those teams properly. And who's gonna replace Vegeta Blue with that guy? So
all right, Goresh, for you, we just got a brand new, because we were just about to finish up the super chats, but we just got a brand new one. I think we need a green LOE hard Vegeta Blue counter.
Doesn't the Golden Frieza exist for that?
Yeah, but you can't use him right now. Zenkai, I don't know.
oof.
He's not very
Zenkai.
Bro, let's
Yeah.
After cooler, I don't know if that's a good idea.
If you're gonna give Elevate an upgrade, Yeah, I think green is probably the color you want to do it for. Let me open the list.
Because red, that transforming
Green
Frieza
cold,
is still
bro.
good for red. Blue is cooler. Purple is the
Cooler and Frieza.
Cooler and Frieza. Yellow
Please do not
is
release any more purple LOE units, please.
yeah. Yellow is full power Frieza.
Oh, we need okay, so green and red are the two that we need very badly. Red, final form Frieza that transforms into golden. I'm not really a big fan of him anymore. Metal Cooler is just dead. Golden Frieza is okay, the green one. He just can't take a hit. That's the only problem. And you can't have you can't have a unit in this meta that can't take a hit. Otherwise, you just lose. Like even LF Frieza, he has 35% cut from just swapping out once, and he still takes tons of damage.
Yep.
So I don't. Again, him taking a lot of damage just means that the green golden Frieza would just take absurd amounts of damage. I think if they're gonna do, again, another problem too is that the team is mostly strike based. So golden Frieza being blast based is also kind of not great. So if they were going to release a new green unit for LOE, I'd prefer it to be like a melee, maybe like a melee based, I guess like a bruiser type unit where they can take a hit reasonably well, but also do a decent amount of damage.
Do you have a list of Lineage of Evil units that are needed?
Like Mecha Frieza, King Cold,
Yeah.
like Angel Golden Frieza, or Angel regular Final Form Frieza.
I can see Angel Golden Frieza becoming a thing that would like to lead off the Tournament of Power. I mean, we have, you know what I mean.
Maybe like a new metal cooler too. Like the one that exists is not.
God, no more
not
metal
great.
coolers. F that red metal
Golden
cooler. Oh my
metal
gosh.
There really aren't that many other lineage units that they could do. I mean, they could do Frieza Force specific stuff. Like, what if they got like a new Zarbon and Dodoria? I don't know.
Ooh.
Like a new Frost or something. I don't know.
I could see that.
Transforming Frost turns into the.
We don't even have a sparking frost, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
there's no love for Frost. They need to revisit that Universe 6 vs 7 tournament. Like we don't have Champa or Vados or Magetta. I mean, some of them would be just like EX units like Magetta and Batamo, but it's still good filler content. And Champa and Vados could be Sparkings and.
We have a transforming Frieza into Golden. What about a transforming Frieza into full power?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
And that would match up with the first year too,
Oh, he's right. Yeah.
because then it would mitigate just like Full Power did last year. We'll go straight back at Dynamic Saga.
Full power is the savior of legends.
Correct. Gresh is happy about that one. All right. We're done with the super chats. So unless there's some I feel like there were a lot of Twitter questions, but I feel like we've covered them already.
Let me
going-
let me take a quick look.
Yeah, go ahead and take a final look. But like I said, I think we're seeing a lot of those already.
When do you think they'll like officially announce what the Twitter hint is?
It's probably Sunday night.
So tomorrow night.
Yeah.
They
That's
don't
what
want. I'm assuming they're not going to drag it out too long because they're not going to want their anniversary to conflict too heavily with the Dokkan anniversary.
Well, that one's not coming out for like another 2 weeks or so.
Another 2 weeks, you said, right?
Yeah, for Dokkan, yeah.
Yeah, so I would assume they're going to start wrapping stuff up in the next week and a half to 2 weeks then.
Yeah, this week we'll definitely get whatever that is. So I think we'll probably get like the reveal or whatever on Sunday or Monday, and then the banner will come out Tuesday most likely.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting question I got because I remember talking about this I think with Goresh and a couple of you guys in our chat. Saying, has Rage Trunks replaced Zenkai Goku Black on the future team? I feel like the Rising Rush damage cut Trunks gives is invaluable in this current meta, and I thought that it was a good idea to have both of those guys, like have your color of each of the future guys, and then have the Goku Black Zenkai like quote unquote on your bench / just as your last character because he helps out that yellow Trunks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as using him though, I don't think that's the most viable option because I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just don't like him. I don't think he does that much. Maybe I mean you can quote me and say I'm wrong, but that's just how I feel. Like The only benefit that he does is just being on bench, and I think he does more damage to. Does he do just strictly hybrids, or is it Saiyans too?
It's Saiyans also, I think.
Oh, that's
40%.
40.
He's not bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh,
Some of the reds
I did
unlock?
not know that actually. No,
No,
the
Goku Black.
Zenkai Goku Black. I didn't know that. Okay.
The only problem with
He's
him,
not bad. It's just Zenkai 3 and up, like or even 7. Honestly, is
I have him at 7, and his damage at the beginning of the fight is still not that good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, once he gets going, he's like insane. But it's just
But it
in
just
this
takes
meta,
a
it
while.
takes
Yeah,
too
in this
long.
meta, yeah.
Yeah, I think if we ever get like super tanky future units or stuff like that, then I think he'll be a lot better. Because like once he starts getting kills on the enemies, like his damage just ramps up. And it's like I had a Rising Rush. He had like 12 million on the Rising Rush. Like it's so stupid.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Hey, look, Truth is here.
Oh, hey.
Wow,
How you?
Truth comes in at the last minute.
He was here for a little while. I just threw him under the bus.
Yeah, I've been here for like 5 minutes or so. By the way, I am ready to summon for Kaioken Goku. Oh yeah. Getting my 15 copies of UI Goku and Dokkan, going for Kaioken Goku and Legends. I'm ready.
You going for 15 copies of Kaiouken Goku?
Oh,
Really?
No, because I just Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan Goku, right? So
Oh.
Yeah, but if he's red, that gives you more of an incentive to go in.
Yeah, that
Oh,
gives
it
you a reason
does.
to keep going.
I mean, hey, we shall.
Has
see.
your bank annoyed you yet?
I think I am actually about to break my record. I think June. June.
No
oh my
way.
god.
Yeah, I mean, I'll post it in Discord. You guys could take a look. It's pretty bad,
Wait, what? You
God.
Reddit?
Well, no, I don't. It's just because Google Play will show you how much you spent, right? So,
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. I gotta see that.
so right now they like Nolar can relate to this. They're doing the 4 times play.
Yep, 4 times. Oh yeah, I'm going ham right now.
Okay, my Tanabata summons. I'm buying stones right now.
Yep,
Get all the points.
I agree.
Yep.
And normally it's 4 times on everything, and there's a couple apps that there are games I play that are 5 times, but like they normally don't even.
My heart.
Oh my
Do 4 times.
damn.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying
Not
to.
bad.
I'm not trying to cut you, but
Oh
damn.
my god.
My heart.
Yeah,
Too bad.
Goresh is sitting over there like, man, must be nice. I wish I was that low.
Yeah, that's not
Really?
that bad at all, man.
I'm around there too.
What? No, I gotta see pics or it didn't happen.
Oh my
Well, I'm on
God.
iOS.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't
wait,
have a
iOS
way
doesn't
of
do that?
putting it together.
iOS
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
show you?
No, it didn't.
No, I
Well,
remember.
Good
Yeah,
lord.
go ahead.
I remember actually contacting them and saying like, "Hey, is it possible for you guys to do a sum total of all the transactions so I don't have to
Yeah.
go through it?" Because the only other way to do it is by actually going one by
Manually.
one and adding it
it
one by one. There's a I don't know. So basically, she said no, we can't. And I'm like, why the hell not? Because how is this so difficult for you guys to do? Please, I don't want to go through these one by one.
Well, wait, hold on. On iOS, can you set a budget?
Yes,
I never set a budget. Okay. Because that's why they have that.
I
Yeah.
tried-
Truth and I are like, what's a budget?
I think Truth has a very strict budget when it comes to spending in Dokkan.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just I'm not gonna go over 25K. Right?
Deep parental controls enabled.
million.
Under no circumstances are we going over 25K. That's the rule.
Damn,
I
that
don't think
sucks.
you could make it, bro. If you only spent that, that's like I don't know. I don't think you can even make it to 25K because you've been going ham.
Yeah, because again, like UI Goku, I'm over halfway done, and then
Hey, dude, you making it back too? Kill it. I'm not saying that, but
what's funny is like if I wasn't on Legends and Dokkan both, like if I was only Legends, like Vegeta Blue would have been 14 starred easy. Like let's be
Oh,
real, like that would have
wouldn't
been.
even been a yeah, dude. It's crazy the price difference. Like looking at the price of those transactions, that hurts my soul compared to like $7.99.
Oh yeah, it's got the Dokkan right there. Yeah. That's a 90 stone. That's not even 2 multis. That's one.
That's one
multi and a half.
multi. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jesus, all right.
That's
All
why
I
we
think we're
always.
getting off
That's
track
why
here,
we.
guys. Let's talk about this maybe later. But do we have any last questions on Twitter to follow up with? Because everyone in the chat now is just going on about Truth and his sugar daddiness. So
I have one. I have one from Spider.
okay.
Do we think the Legends devs will fix matchmaking, or will it stay the same? And do we think Perfect Vanish will get removed?
Perfect
No.
Vanish will never get removed because that's just something that they can't remove. But I could see potential nerf. Like it's just kind of hard to differentiate or to kind of just like kind of gauge, because like how are they gonna detect a perfect vanish? You know what I mean? But if anything, the most I would want it for it to happen is a nerf. So like if you land a perfect vanish, what would happen is your character would do potentially less damage. Like kind of like how they nerfed the basically like the sidestepping into a combo. Like you know how like each combo, if you sidestep, it kind of reduces your damage bit by bit. So if you get a perfect vanish, maybe it could reduce a little bit of your damage. Not, you know, it's not gonna like land like he's gonna do 1,000% damage like as soon as you land that first combo. But I don't again, like I don't see it being removed. I don't see how they can implement it. But that would be my hope.
What's
I
funny?
think what they should do is if you get a PV, you should get fainted.
Yeah.
Just
What's
get
funny-
smacked in the
Stop
face. That's
it,
what
you're
you
not
get for
wrong.
doing that. You exerted all your energy clearly hitting that PV. Now
What's
you gotta,
funny is they started releasing these units with parts that are unique, give them buffs for vanishing. So it's even worse now because like Zenkai Cooler gets more damage whenever he vanishes.
Or you could have like Rose, who destroys one of your cards when you vanish.
Oh,
Yeah, but,
God,
like,
yeah.
The Cooler gets like extra damage for vanishing, so it's like you want to get like that incentivizes you to get perfect vanishes, and that's really bad.
I still think your whole thing you said like months ago, or been saying for the last couple of months, if you just stand there for like even like 3 counts, there's kind of no reason you should be just standing there for 3 counts in general. Then you start losing your vanish at that point.
Yeah, I think it's like more like 7 counts or something because like
That's so long.
yeah, people are like, oh my god, that's no time at all. And if you go into a match and just sit there for 7 counts, it actually is long.
Yeah, that's a huge amount of time.
I mean, I fought
7
tons
counts.
of matches this season where people just sit there for 15, 20, 25 counts with doing nothing.
It's hard for them to micromanage that too, because like those people are playing passively, trying to wait for you to. There needs to be more ways to initiate in this game to counter that. I mean, you could just penalize a lack of action, but then you're just forcing everyone to play super aggressive and then releasing all these characters that benefit from super aggressive play style, which forces the game into a very linear like play style with not many meta options. It'd be cool if they came up with possible alternative ways to actually initiate or to bait and fake out that aren't as risky as just getting perfect vanished and then destroyed.
what's funny is they had one, but they killed it.
They literally took it out.
They riddled that thing to the ground. But honestly,
like
it's the window. The window at which a strike card can overwrite tackle is way too long. Like you see your character shoulder checking him, and then he will strike and still win. You're like, what the hell? This is wrong. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, not that I really liked the tackle mechanic too much in the first place, the way it was originally implemented, but they definitely crippled its existence in the first place.
Yeah, they killed it. It's just so funny to me because they introduced this as a way to promote more aggressive play, and then they're like, yeah, let's kill it. And they did. They killed it. There really is no reason to use tackle. It's just the risk first reward is not there.
But what I see coming from that, since in the spirit of them taking away features to sell them back to us, I could see them coming out with characters that have like passives that buff their tackle specifically. Like this tackle is armored, so it can beat, certain other types of attacks or something like that,
It feels like their answer is just give everyone blast armor. Like they've been giving blast armor on like key cards on their strike cards, and that's annoying. Like Kefla and Vegeta Blue, why on earth would they get it on their strike cards?
how's they supposed to hit you?
I know.
Okay, that's interesting because is there anything in the show that would imply that they could do that?
No.
Like
They just give it to them.
I guess there was a scene where Vegeta was just sort of rushing Zamasu down so much, but Kefla didn't have an example of that really.
Yeah, it was just overkill. They're like, oh, let's put a sprinkle of overpowered and a dash of overkill. They just decided to give him everything. She
is annoying as hell, by the way.
Both
Kefla.
of them together, I hate them. I hate that combo. Vegeta Blue, and then it's usually Kefla, and then when there's one strike card left, they go to Vegeta Blue to keep it going. and then by then you're toast. Doesn't matter who it is; they're kind of toast.
I get the joke. You like toast. I remember that.
So,
Toast. Like
Purple Cooler gets that too, right? But only once he transforms.
And Blue
Yeah.
Cooler, yeah.
Okay.
That makes
I
sense
don't-
because he actually flew through a Kamehameha, right?
Yep.
The only one where it really makes sense. That's the funny part. He's the only one where I can see why he got it.
Why, you don't like Pod Frieza having blast armor?
Oh yeah, I know. It was so
Broly should
confusing
have
for
it,
me
right?
because it's like this.
Yeah,
what
Purple
does
Broly
this
doesn't have it.
wheelchair have armor for?
What Broly has it?
Purple Broly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. I because I was playing back then. Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah. Zenkai Purple Broly, man. Come on.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
saying that for a while. That would be a really money-making unit, and it would make a way for him to be relevant again. Besides releasing a whole new version of him.
So many.
Just Zenkai the Holy Trinity. Who cares? You may as well do it. Do a blast from the past. We're already assuming that Bardock is going to get it because he showed up in the Sparking Metal shop. Do it. Red Gogeta's a hype fusion. You may as well do it. Do it to Bardock. Who cares? Just at this point, it's all on the table.
You
I'm
think that
actually
team
gonna
would be
start-
really good nowadays, though? You think it would stand up if they didn't get anything like special, like swap and stuff? Or do you think- pure damage, yeah, they would stand up. But
honestly, if Bardock gets a Zenkai, every Super Saiyan is just gonna hurt really bad.
Yellow Vegito.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
God, Yellow
honestly,
Vegetos.
Bardock can make any Saiyan that, regardless how old they are, good. I used him with the Hero one, and he did the Hero Goku, who's a Super Saiyan, and he still did a ton of damage. It didn't matter.
it's my second most viewed video on my entire channel is that Goku showcase.
Maybe it's time to do an update.
I had
Yeah, do it again. Do Hero. Do it. You know what? Run the OG Holy Trinity.
Oh, I don't think I can do it, bro.
No, please do it.
Well, I mean, the meta is definitely like, so like anniversary, like there's what, like 10, 11 new units or whatever. You do a video for each single unit, even Hero Hercule and shit like that. Well, I mean, he's good. Well, he's got the shenanigans, but like Hero Videl, make sure you do a video on her, right? Like the Tao Pai Pai, do a video on him as well.
Dude, I used to do that. It was a lot of fun. He was like Cell Jr. and stuff. But I
You should. Keep doing
literally. No, one little, they can throw a key blast at me, not a blast. They can throw a key blast at me, and I lose like 30%.
Hey, listen, you gotta make sure.
You can't run stupid teams anymore. It's
I've
unfortunate.
tried it. Like,
Wait, so you're saying you're at a disadvantage against Vegito Blue and Kefla?
no, not that much, but no, not really even that bad. It's just maybe a 10% disadvantage, but
Okay.
yeah, it's not terrible or anything like that.
By the way- No,
To be
I'm bad about that. Continue.
You're good.
The champ is pretty damn good though. I've never running him with Shallot was probably the most fun I had this entire PvP season. It was hilarious. Just
That is
getting
what
paralysis,
Paralysis.
double feints with blaster shell. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, I'm numb. It was hilarious. I was eating that whole thing up.
The only thing people should know before playing around with Hercule is that like a lot of units are immune, right? Like you go up against like my God Key team, Vegito Blue and Beerus are both immune to that shit. So
Yeah,
you bring them out, like, and
Shallot as well.
he gets one shot, and he does nothing. So that's happened multiple times.
Yeah, that's also something that makes LF Freeze a little bit worse now. So many units are immune to his green card, and that knockback into the green card effect was so powerful, and now it's like not that usable anymore.
I beat an LOE player earlier because he did that. I swapped in Vegito Blue, and he was just standing there, and then I just destroyed him.
Yeah, because it's useless now. I mean, the only good thing about that is it still does reduce the counts left, which is good. Like I still, even if I'm fighting a Vegeta Blue and I knock him back, I still use the green card just to get the timer counts down.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we've been live for over 3 hours now, so I think this is probably a good spot to end the podcast for today. Again, this will be up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that stuff once we get it up. Any last little comments that anyone wants to make before we head out, or are we all good?
Vegeta Blue sucks.
Yep.
Vegeta was
We're good.
Feels like we haven't
Thanks,
been going that
PvP.
long, you know?
truth. Don't
You
even try.
fashionably late, bro.
All right. Well, we're gonna head out, guys. Again, make sure you hit that sub button. Follow everybody. Everyone will add this to their playlist, and then of course it'll be on Spotify and everything if you want to listen to it later. But until next, everyone, we'll see you guys all in the next one. This has been the 30th episode of the Ultimate Dokkan Legends Tag Team Podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Bye.
Later, everybody.
Jesus. Love you.